All right, y'all, welcome back to Spelljammer 998, session 43, and quite possibly the final session of Spelljammer 998. Hoorah! So I normally don't read the session recaps verbatim, but it's been like a month. So I am going to read this session cap verbatim. I will try not to go too fast.
Something butthole is all I remember.
Yeah, there's a butthole joke. Just be patient. It's
We
towards
were
the
in a
end.
butthole.
You were in a butthole.
I'm through the butthole.
All right.
Career.
A few weeks after Mantis finished preparing their ships, the tension on the voyage lessens, and eventually Mantis finds the deck of the ships unusually empty. Cyrelius comes to summon Mantis, saying that he has something important to show all of you. Upon being led to the bombard, you find it decked out in holiday decorations and are led down to the galley, where you find Bree throwing a celebration for Dol Ara, a celebration of the main sovereigns, the main sovereign in the Sovereign Six, the head honcho, the Zeus, if you will. Mantis enjoys drinks and companionship with their friends before the festivities devolve into drinking and shooting competitions. One of my notes is everyone got a turn with Randy's cannon. Take that how you will. Just the way. Over the next couple of months, Mantis travels through the far reaches of wild space. They travel through pockets of absolute darkness, witness never before seen wild space life, and eventually fly alongside their ships using a spell Deimos learned from the Void Spear. Sometime in this flurry of studying, enchanting, drug trips, and space flying, Cade meets Mantis for breakfast and quietly mentions to them that it's Brightblade. You guys all celebrate the day that you all met with whiskey and coffee, and Cade tells you you're due to catch the Night Strider pretty soon. Randy and Deimos work together to cast darkness on the bottom of their ship, and Drix keeps an eye out for the Night Spider, which he eventually finds clinging to an asteroid. Mantis halo jumps from their camouflage ship and makes an extremely stealthy approach onto the Night Spider, and eventually finding a jettison chute in the back of the ship. Mantis manages to board the ship very quietly, but when Cuckoo is sent forward to investigate, he's quickly destroyed. Mantis prepares himself for a rush of enemies that oddly never comes, and after summoning Cuckoo again, Mantis manages to locate the holding cell and get a glimpse of Aaron de Disown de Cannith, before a Neogi destroys Cuckoo for a second time, seemingly expecting him. Mantis moves on Aaron's location to find that some of the Neogi appear to have done the same. There is a quick and a little bit of a vicious spat in the narrow corridor of the Night Spider, and one of the Neogi spellcasters gets away, giving the party time to get to Aaron and break into his cell. Aaron admits that he thinks the Unknowable One has everything he needs, and it's up to y'all to stop him. While extracting Aaron from the butthole, the Neogi spellcaster returns with the majority of the crew in tow. Echo, standing watch for enemies, lets loose his first fireball from the Boogeyman bow and roast a large chunk of the Neogi crew, ensuring enough fire and chaos to allow you all to get away. You guys escape back out the jettison chute. Radio to Sriracha that you need to pick up, and as well that you want your bombard to fire on the Night Spider. And we kind of, you guys blasted off and away from it as the bombard turned and just eviscerated this ship. I described it last time as like, spoiler alert, the episode of Star Wars, the newer Star Wars, where he hyper jumps through a ship, or she hyper jumps through a ship and like cuts it in half. It's kind of how I imagined the beam. I didn't make notes for the last little bit, so at the very end of the session, you guys brought Aaron out, back to the ship. He gave you guys I think I call it a skillet of feasting, which allows you guys to cast Hero's Feast. He also told you guys when he gave you the skillet that a particular piece of dialogue I had written down was that this spear is not like the others. Life is not the fuel, it is the antithesis. Before
Wait,
guys handed him...
Sorry, what?
Well, this is a separate piece of information. He says it when he hands you guys the skillet, but that was, again, a month ago, and he was handing you an item. So I wanted to reiterate that. You do hand him off to Sly, who tears up your contract, and you guys re-sign another piece of paper, this like a sort of collective global agreement with most of the first world countries that you guys are now an independent espionage organization. Mantis is yours. HQ, the ship, the gear, the reputation, all of it. And then he takes Aaron bloop, and teleports him back to, Eberron, where he can keep him safe. Everyone else in the crew stayed, knowing that you guys were planning on sending back another ship once you reach the edge of wild space. Questions, comments, shenanigans, tears?
More butthole. That's all I have. I know.
Which one of you needs to replace the batteries in your fire alarm?
Beep beep.
Sounds like an
No, those
AM1
are
commercial.
frogs. Those are frogs. I'm sitting outside.
That's a basketball court.
Frogs. Said that.
Gonna roll my portent.
Oh, it was just tree frogs.
What's the pertin for?
Just for a new day, because it's been 3 days. Is that right?
It's every long rest, though, right?
Yeah, every 3 days.
You'd still have whatever ones you used last session.
Oh, okay. I don't have marked that I used that. Then I'll double check my sheet. 2 and a 6. Excuse me, 3 and a 16.
Because I don't know y'all are gonna have a whole 3 days before you get there.
That's cool. I just assumed.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, so good. That
That's
being
dirty.
said,
Yeah.
why is it dirty? I mean, I don't know what numbers he has.
So, we do get long rest though, so I can regain spell slots with my magical recovery.
But you don't get a long rest. Oh, I need to
You
check
get
the
short
date.
rest,
Yeah. Let me check the date to make sure y'all don't get a long rest before we go any further. That being said, now's y'all's chance. I know y'all want to pop the Heroes Feast. If there's anything else y'all want to do besides the Heroes Feast, now is your opportunity, or else we will arrive. Mother truckers.
I'm arriving.
Verily. Forsooth.
So, like, I didn't do it in sesh, but whenever you were running down the recap, like a little bit of Davos was coming out after I shot the fireball. I just wanted to pull like an Austin Powers quip scene, and that's a quick way to get a man fired.
No, God.
Yeah, baby.
Echo makes the first and only pun he's ever made, and y'all are like,
It's
now
weird
while we're
accent.
running away?
You talk
It's not
like
really a
that?
good time to lose one's head.
No,
I think
God.
that's something like that in Austin Powers. He got his head bit off by a shark. I
That
guess he
shark with
wasn't
laser
very
eye.
headstrong. Of course,
Right.
Devin hasn't seen it.
Real about that scene.
Before my time.
The only
Yes.
Austin Powers movie or Mike Myers film you've probably seen was Shrek.
That might be
I've seen
accurate.
Shrek.
Do you know who Mike Myers is if I say? Can you see him?
No.
No,
He's
it
the
is
guy with the
Mike
mask,
Myers.
the mask.
It is-
Oh, wait. Michael Myers? Like Halloween? I've seen the first Halloween movie.
No.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think y'all were talking about that. I was like, okay.
Austin
I'm
Powers.
letting you
You've
straight.
seen The Love Guru, Austin Powers.
Like his
Wayne's
face?
World.
Yeah, I know the character you're talking about.
Don't worry, Devin. We're all going to send you a
Well,
doctor's
American
gift
Axe
right
Murderer.
now.
That's okay. That's what y'all do
Axe
anyway.
Murderer.
So it looks like that long rest is a couple of days away.
God damn it.
Oh, let's see how bad this is going to be. Going into the final battle with no long rest. Rude.
That's rough, bud.
I have
I
spell
feel about
slots.
that.
I didn't use either of my portents. 3 and a 16.
I didn't think y'all had a big fight.
I was kind of waiting to use them for the big fight. I thought it was going to be in that ship. So,
Yeah, I don't think I used anything. I don't even think I took damage from that.
Let's say
I did not.
I think hit points aren't going to be a big deal because y'all would have health potions. You'd have your short rest, roll your hit dice if anyone needs to do their hit dice.
I'm at less than 10 HP.
Oh, y'all are going to
A
get
reminder?
heroes. Y'all are going to get heroes feast anyway. What's your reminder?
A reminder for me. What did we say the recharge for the fireball was? Was it every long rest?
Y'all's weapon should be every dawn.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The void spears are every long rest. Actually, I'm gonna say because you're gonna do the heroes feast, I'm gonna count that as a long rest because it's
Hell yeah.
a heroes feast. All right, y'all. As you get closer to the edge, you can see. That sounded much sturdier than I wanted it. So, you guys, a day or two out, maybe 2.5 days out, you can see the glow from the storm from a distance. It kind of starts as this very vague yellow haze that spreads as far as you can see, and as you get closer, it becomes more solid, more condensed.
Oh, Daddy, don't keep me waiting.
Eventually. You guys find yourselves. That's what I'm looking for. You find yourselves almost up against the storm. You have reached the storm of Sybaris, which now is a genuine space storm. No longer a fuzzy haze, but clouds of billowing, almost static-looking nebulas. As far as you can see, it encompasses the wild space spear, and therefore at this point it arcs up and out of your vision, almost like a halo ring. If any of you are familiar. And as you guys find yourselves here, you can feel the almost magnetism, but not drawing you forward, pushing you away the closer you get to the actual storm. You find yourselves, let me see here, kind of regrouping, perhaps, in a cluster of asteroids. There seem to be sections, if you turn perpendicular to the actual storm, sections where there are asteroid sections where there are not. Eventually, the sharp eye of probably Cade, with Drix's help, because Drix is he's got that stuff, that perception.
Active and passive.
Why didn't you start in the right place? That's dumb. 2 seconds. You guys, with Drix's help, Cade would point out to you. He would say, "Y'all, that about has to be it." And he'll point off in the distance to what looked like an asteroid. But upon his calling it out, does not look so much like an asteroid. You guys see off in the distance.
Ooh. That's what we should have done with our asteroid.
What you might put together is likely the Tyrant.
Almost like a beholder.
The
Yeah.
gaping tyrant.
Very
I've-
astute.
Definitely seen one of these before recently.
Is that 3 eyes?
I see a brown eye and 2 normal ones.
Shut the fuck
It's this is the most confusing ship of all of them, in my opinion. We'll handle it when we get there.
An egg sack.
It's that hair.
Medusa.
You're all standing here pointing out like, nah, it's an egg sack. Nah, it's a ball sack.
I could see that big one being the big eye hole, but then those thingies should be on top of its head. Hey.
Anybody ever play Pac-Man?
Wow, 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 wow.
I think Cyrill's just like, no. Obviously, the butthole was hidden inside the crater.
If you look at it
That would be
sideways,
my guess.
it looks like SpongeBob's house, kinda.
Who lives in a pineapple in the astral sea? Unknowable one.
That was solid. I can't be mad at you. All right, Mantis.
It's
You
like a
seem to
bubble-
have found what you're looking for. How would you like to proceed?
Do we go in the back door, gentlemen? Or
So anyway, I started blasting.
I mean, that seems to be our MO. We'll sneak until we can't, and then we'll blast.
I mean, I think we
Do we
gotta
go
get
for that-
close enough to figure out how to get in, maybe. There's like multiple
do we go
openings.
through the big butthole or through the eyes? I think there's
Oh.
3 of them on its head. Is that right, Devin?
Yes. Now, this picture doesn't... They're not clustered together like that. They're
Spread out?
a triangle around the circle. Does that make more sense?
Okay.
They're I don't know if they're equidistant apart. That may not be entirely correct, but they're not all like right there together.
They have that big crystal thing at the one end of those legs, too. Crystal. I might be just imagining it. At the end of that lowest leg, it looks like there's a little... It looks like an eye. Which makes it a holder. Which means anti-magic. Which means Demosad. Which means breath weapon? I'm down to check it out. We just gotta pick
Event.
which side.
I think we should stay away from the leg side and head towards the butthole side to start, maybe.
I think that's a good call.
To the butthole.
Let's get closer.
Does anybody have pass without a trace? Sneak on in there?
What if
I
it
mean,
likes us?
Y'all ain't gonna eat supper first.
Yeah, we should probably eat supper first.
Yeah, we really
Like the
should.
hero's
Oh,
feast
okay.
supper?
I thought we did that in the recap. Yeah, let's fry up some eggs.
No, I was going to give y'all I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to say it, and I was going to let y'all narrate it and stuff. I said that because I didn't want y'all to think I was breathing past that.
Let's everybody make something from their home world. Make
That's kind of.
something equivalent to spicy chicken.
Demos, when you activate the item, I like to think you have to take it down into the galley of probably the bombard, probably the biggest table. And of course you invite everyone, the whole crew. You activate the item and lay it down, and the cast iron heats up to this bright red, and then melts, spreads out across the table into this large. I guess Mantis doesn't have a color. I guess it's going to be a red tablecloth. And you guys watch as out of the tablecloth, almost as if it were made of water, dishes begin to rise up out of the tablecloth, and it is a massive variety. Dishes from all of your home planets. Zephyr, you even see stuff that you could only get in the astral plane. It's everything from fried street food in Sharn to a variety of raw meats and crustaceans and bugs that the Buggo boys might eat. A veritable feast. Some of them have lids to keep them from crawling out. Now,
Amos at the end of the table. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. That's all I wanted.
I don't know what that's from, but I enjoyed it.
Let's be our guest. That's Beauty and the Beast.
I'm about to say it's a Beauty and the Beast.
You're too old for that Disney movie. You were what, 30 when that came out?
I know. No. Wow, rude.
Wow, yeah, he's coming for you. Jeez,
Didn't memorize the musical numbers. Andrew Lloyd Webber. My bad.
Oh.
I'm imagining the banquet scene from Hook, though. Are y'all old enough for that?
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe.
Hook is a Peter Pan spinoff, right? I should say spinoff.
It's a sequel, technically.
Let's see.
Yeah, like Robin Williams plays Peter Pan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Him going back as an adult.
And Zuko plays fucking Rufio.
Zuko's in it.
Dante Bosco.
As a little kid.
That's kind of funny.
Dante Bosco. Go the hell go.
All right.
Oh.
Takes you guys an hour to consume this feast, and it disappears at the end of that time. Beneficial effects don't set in until the hour is over. Up to 12 creatures. I think there's less than 12 of you.
Yeah,
You're cured of all diseases and poison. You can also hit that long rest button. I'll count this as a long rest. You're immune to poison, and you can't be frightened.
While you're doing that, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe.
Green highlight. Air horn. You make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Your hit point maximum is increased by 2d10. And you gain that number of hit points. So y'all roll some 2d10s and add that shit to your hit points.
Is it per individual or per the spell?
Like a
Yeah.
Say what?
It's our maximum, isn't it?
Yeah. Hit point maximum also increased by 2d10. And it gains the same number of hit points.
So you gain 13, but you also... Okay.
It's not temp HP for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Echo, you can totally use my roll.
I got a 1 and a 2. What?
I see that. I'm like,
dude.
That's why I was asking if it was per the spell, like who casts it, or if it was per the individual as we eat.
I think it can be either way. Roll one for the party, roll one.
What if we just take the average?
No, you're gonna bring us down, motherfucker. Let's take
No, like the dice average, the 10.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's still lower than what we got. Well, that would be an 11 for this.
Yeah, it's still lower than what we got.
I rolled an 11, so either way I'm good.
Randy rolled average. Yeah, 10 and a 1. That's as most average as you can be.
I only need 3 hit points. It's cool.
Echo says, I ain't scared.
Okay.
How do I adjust my max? Oh, there we go.
Sorry, that was me taking a deep breath before you all get wrecked.
That would be some shit. We go and get knocked out.
Sorry, I just realized I had not fog aboard these maps. So now that that's done, how would you like to approach the tyrant after your hero's feast? I like to think that the original cast-off is tearful in a lot of ways. Vera and Bree look very afraid for you guys. Sybil has tears rolling down her face, but Cade, Cyrilius, Marcus, and Thora all step forward. And they kind of nod and Cyrilius says, "I don't think this is something y'all need to handle yourselves." Kate kind of takes a deep breath. He says, "Y'all ain't going in there without me, partners. I gotta make sure y'all get the fuck back out of there. I need a job, Those 4 will accompany you. I'm assuming y'all take the blue one, the damselfly, and leave the other 2 behind. The quickest that'd be the damselfly.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we need to get the fuck out of there, we can do so with haste when he opens up a black hole or some shit.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Go.
So of course, the ones that remain behind. These are a little afraid, but you can see Sybil like clutching the scroll you gave her. You told her, if shit goes sideways next time, go get in a corner and pop Liam's tiny hut. You see she has a spell on her. I like to think y'all leave them. Y'all have several leftover wands and shit like that. You guys leave the wands. And how long do you tell them? If we don't come back, when do you leave?
When they.
I guess you don't have to tell them. But...
Couple hours.
I mean, we don't know how big this place is. It's an whole asteroid. It might take us a couple hours to get from one side to the other. Might take us 2 hours to penetrate. It's always hard the first time. I think that we should.
Jeez.
I think we. If the ship starts moving toward you, begin to back out. We'll do our best to be back in. We'll communicate with the. Don't we have something that does teleport? The stones or the collar or something?
You
Not
have
teleport,
a
I'm sorry,
sending stone.
Yeah.
A message like sending stone, but it's cooked to Sly. Cooked to Sly. Linked to Sly. Sly has the other one.
Gross. Cade knows message or sending or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he probably knows either one.
We'll try to keep you, in contact via Cade. Worst case scenario. Fuck, I don't want to give them a set period of time because if I say 5 hours, you're gonna come out in 5 hours and 10 minutes.
Bree glances at whatever timekeeping mechanism y'all have on the ship. Says, "If you're not back in a day and a half, I'm blasting it with the Starbreaker."
That's more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch is like, I came this far with my fucking thing. I'm not gonna die at the edge of the universe. All right, I'm going through that fucking ring.
Bree's like, "I built it. I'll use it."
That's fair. Plot twist: we all die in this, and the adventure picks up with us playing the people who survived on the ship.
There's not enough of them. 1, 2.
Throw an
3,
A1
4.
in there.
All right. Well, fair. Jens. Now it sounds like you are free to approach the ship as you please, as y'all tensely board the damselfly with your companions who volunteered to come with you. Cyrilius decked out in his battle armor, all of them really, in battle mode. Y'all peel away from the bombard, which I imagine you leave a pretty solid, 1,000 yards behind, maybe even further, distance from this asteroid ship y'all are flying towards. Now it's up to you guys to do as you please. I already have to pee, so y'all are going to think about this for a second anyway. I'll be right back.
I know we want to pop past other trades.
All right.
Want to do on the pull up.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything else that can benefit us as a whole group. We should remember we're immune to poison, immune to fear, which might come in handy against that fucking ugly bitch. That's Aurelius trying to chomp the bad guy.
Listen, that's the cutest thing in the world, but give it like a year and a half, and that's the most deadly action on the planet.
For real though.
God.
It's funny. Hippos can only hold their breath for like 5 minutes, which isn't like super long, considering that's like the closest thing to a living tank. But
yeah, but that's like Navy SEALs have to like train to do that. Like
that's a fair point. People
like,
are the worst at breathing underwater.
Yeah.
It's not true.
I'm just wondering how Cordo reacted to the hero's feast because it heals all conditions and effects and poisons and stuff like that.
He doesn't have any raw conditions or poisons.
Reset Cordo's progress. God damn it!
I don't know, man. I feel like a parasite's a poison.
Yeah, they're just sharing a nervous system.
If I have worms, you could say I have a disease. That's what I'm saying. There's not a cure parasite spell, so we're gonna need to work something in there.
Just thinking about a hyper-specific medical campaign. You're a corps of medics in like a war.
I cast douche.
While you were gone, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
If we do that, Spencer definitely has to be part of that campaign.
Yeah. keep it. Well, he'll keep us honest.
Yeah, he'd be.
Like,
I'd be
do
like,
this. He's like,
"Do you
"That's
think
not
I could give this guy septic on purpose?" And he'd be like, "No." Bam.
Actually, that'd be just contact dermatitis. It itches for a few hours, but that's about it.
He's like, it's unethical even in fantasy to give people fake diseases. Okay. Like, speaking of
Alright.
diseases,
Performing
I'm gonna
lobotomies mid-battle.
He can't feel pain. His frontal lobe's gone. I heard pass without trace. All right, Mantis. It's up to you.
Carrot. Stop it.
Is that everybody's stealth check?
I mean, how are y'all are still on the damselfly flying that way? Y'all have got to decide how you're going to approach and how you're going to get from your
Starboard.
ship to that one.
we have the. Forgot what it's called. Astral envelope. Don't we have that with the thing?
It keeps asteroids and stuff from flying into your air envelope, yes, and force envelope, I think it's called.
But I think we could just dive. Like, we could just jump off the ship. We have our own little air envelope. We can just freaking paratrooper into it.
Get close enough.
Do we want
I
to
have
try to
Featherfall.
see if there's an entrance? Or are we just assuming there is?
I
What
say
if
we
it's
do check
locked and
first.
There are 3, 4 holes around the outside.
Wow.
they're
And
not
then,
airlocked or nothing?
no, they seem to be open to space. Unlike, the Night Spider one had glass over the top of it, these are open to space, I think.
Can we observe for a minute and just see if it looks like any of them are like jettisoning things out versus like how they seem to be operating in space? Is anything coming in or out of any of them?
No.
That's gonna be my.
Let's think about that.
Oh, we have one Featherfall talisman left. We can use that.
I don't think there's gravity in space.
Yeah,
Unless
I
you
was
land on a Kajigger.
I'm
Well,
not
if
sure
we
we
get
need
this
it.
in it has gravity. Well, we'll have it just in case. If we're coming in too hot, Featherfall that twat.
Can we go like Star Wars style and
I-
find like an air vent or something?
I
Yeah.
did a shirt says that. Coming in too hot. Featherfall that twat. We check some stuff. Okay, I see. Interesting. It seems so. Those when you guys go as you flying around it, those holes you see on the outside are not open to the inside. They seem to be closed. So they're just craters essentially, unless I'm understanding the way that picture is supposed to be.
All of them? Even the big boy?
Well, that big crater, there is a hole in the very middle of the crater.
There's a hole.
Interesting. I don't think I'm wrong. I do think that those are open. So, like I said, this is the most confusing map, and I looked at it several times. Yeah, I do think those holes that you guys see on the outside do lead. So there's the 4 wrapped around kind of the middle, and then there's the 1 hole in the crater. Those are the only ways you see in. I was going to say a stealth check, but y'all are in the ship. Group stealth check for a ship? You know what? Y'all are pass. I'm going to rule pass without trace is covering your ship too. So y'all are free to. I'll roll some rolls, but y'all are already so stealthy. It's like a minimum.
Yeah, I think we should just drop on though.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I just want to freaking face plant into it, see what happens.
Wile E. Coyote style.
Specifically, the big crater there. I think we should land on the rim in between the 2 smaller holes in the center.
And then slide down the sphincter slits or whatever they are.
Yeah. Like crawl around to see, like, just check them out a little bit closer, I guess.
Just throwing this out there, devil's advocate. What if this is the mouth instead of the butthole like we're thinking? What if we feed ourselves to this
Fine.
thing?
Then I'm going to
That's
stab
good.
it right in the throat.
Those analogies are just not going to work for the way the ship is laid out. It's very odd. So don't, there's no mouth, there's no butthole.
Okay. It looks like it could be a beholder. That's all I'm saying. I have mouth.
I'd say at least the stealthier guys should drop on and, like, at least reconnaissance, I guess.
Can I make an
Find the
insight
best
check
way
on the DM?
Technically,
For
I
what?
can teleport one of
What
the
do you wanna
person.
know?
So if the Buggos and Echo want to go, then me and Zephyr can teleport in behind. Crazy.
Listen, I've been playing it safe this whole
on
campaign.
board.
I'm with Drix. I'm just gonna dive bomb the bottom of this thing and figure out what's going
Yeah,
on.
let's
down
go.
there.
Let's go.
The last boss. That's the time to do that. Okay. Let's go. I'm down for it.
All right,
Rubbing
well,
off on you, buddy.
are you gonna do what Drix was talking about? You have to run that by me again, real quick, Drix. Do you want to slide down into the crater, or you want to slide down the side of it to get to one of those smaller craters? You get what I'm trying to
Neither.
ask?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to like land on the rim of the big crater so we can kind of like be perched onto it for a
Balance there.
second to kind of
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I see what you're
kind
saying.
of peek on either side to see which is a better entrance. Yeah.
I see those kind of big jutty rocks that make up the edge of it right there.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I see what you're trying to do now. Because the maps for this does not do well, I'm not going to reveal the map yet. I'm not going to pull y'all to any darkness. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe here in a minute. Big jutty craters. Let's see here. Hi, Yins. The Buggo Boys, Echo, do you go with them?
Yes.
Y'all three
Oh, yeah.
do another little halo jump, not difficult in the middle of space. Touch down on the edge of this little rock ridge, I guess I'll call it.
17.
And so you guys can see from where you are. Yeah, give me all them stealth checks, boys.
Sure.
You know, Zephyr and Demos, you're not stealth anymore, I guess.
We still got paths?
22, 34. Yeah, because Randy's with you. Yeah. 41.
Ooh,
That's gross, Randy. So when you guys land, you land on it. You can tell almost immediately this does seem to have been at one time an asteroid. And you guys can tell pretty much immediately when you land that you're not floating around. The gravity plane is pulling you back down towards the middle of the actual structure.
Are we?
So you.
Are we coming in hot? With the gravity pulling us, or is that like a light gravity?
Well, they're standing on that rocky edge, so they're not like getting sucked in. They're just not having. It's not like being underwater where their feet float back up. The gravity plane is. They're standing upright, you know, because gravity's. Yeah, Spelljammer's weird, dude. Anyway, perception checks from at least two of you. I'm assuming one's gonna be Drix.
absolutely.
No good for me.
Can I just give Drake's advantage?
You can. Indeed.
Ah,
26.
Hasn't.
Yeah, that's okay. I know you got to spam sometimes. 26. All right, Drix. You can when you land, you can see in the I'll call it the bowl. There are like tunnels that seem to lead deeper into the bowl. You can also see the kind of yellow light of the storm of Sybaris reflecting through parts of the bowl. You can see where the holes in the side of the asteroid and the side of the ship seem to pass all the way through to the other side. You also can see down into the butthole. It is a fairly tight fit. Shut up, babe. Babe giggled.
Hell yeah, Megan.
It's not like you can see a whole lot of stuff, is what I was getting at, because it's not a huge opening. Boy, y'all are awful.
Rare form.
Y'all are in rare form. Sorry, I've got to look at something.
Deimos looked at the holes in
Interesting. I would like to actually, Drix, you can't see anything through it. You see the opening itself, pitch blackness, though. Which does not track with, never mind. Just pitch blackness. Oh, no, I'm so wrong. Everything's wrong. You see a lot of shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You see the. I'm still going back and forth on the name. You see the Apex Void Spear floating, like, because the gravity's technically pointing down towards the middle. I'll fix y'all's orientation here in a minute. You're technically on the bottom of the ship. You see, you can't see the what would be the butthole, because the Apex Void Spear is right there. You also see 2 Vulcan's Legion members, 2 Void Forge you've never seen before, and the unknowable one who Demos has described to you. You can see the unknowable one in the process of sucking the brain. Oh, I guess he doesn't need the brain. Literally, like, hands in the dude's throat, killing one of the 3 Vulcan's Legion members.
I say when I see that, like, Drix
I've seen
kind of
enough
shoots a
hentai to
hand up, like
know what's going on here.
I say like shoots a hand up as like one of those like special ops hand signals to alert the other guys, and then forgets that he's telepathic and tells Randy what's happening.
And then I'll daisy chain it to everybody else.
After you speak, Drix, the unknowable one's head snaps up and locks onto you guys' position. Maybe not directly on you guys. You're very well hidden over the cusp of the edge, or the cusp of the fucking ridge. But I mean, like, in y'all's direction. And Drix, you, or I guess Randy too, after you get done talking, you guys hear in your head, "There is no hiding from me here, little bugs. Come now while you all have the chance."
Do we hear that? The non-telepaths?
No, it's just the 2 that use telepathic communication.
Dude's telling us
Like,
to come.
shoot a glance over at Randy.
Randy shrugs with all 4 arms. Where's the door?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
What do you think, gentlemen? Is it a good hole? Too tight? Too loose? What are we thinking?
I mean,
Bruce
if our whole
Sriracha, who's-
object was stealth,
I'd
that
say,
thing-
honestly, I'd say as Drix and Randy are kind of like trying to non-verbally communicate what's going on, Cardo chimes in and addresses the no.
Oh no.
It's like, yeah, all right. I mean, I guess we're here. You know, hey, how's it going?
I would comment on your lateness, but that would be unhospitable. Bring the rest of Mantis here. Let us speak
Drix
before
punches
your
himself in
end.
the head.
Amos just wants to fucking psychic glance.
our cover's blown. Let's just get in there.
Like fucking immediately.
Can't ready in action for a long period of time, can you?
I was gonna say start
Can I
blasting.
bonus action get my echo?
On the way down.
Bonus actions have to happen in combat.
Do
You
they?
know, he can conjure his echo outside of combat.
He can.
We're not in initiative.
Sorry, I'm fixing some stuff here. Everything get real black for y'all.
Like a
I don't like the way you
butthole.
said that, but yeah.
Mm.
It's that dark. She's
This
just
this whole campaign is just gonna end on butthole jokes.
Get up, butt up.
Butthole.
It's nothing less than I deserve.
give that boo that
You
butthole.
guys, sorry, do y'all alert the rest of Mantis? Are you gonna head that direction?
I guess.
I guess, yeah, message
mean,
him,
yeah.
see if
He hasn't
want-
done anything to
Ooh.
force you to.
I tell the 4 that are with us to maybe hang back a little bit, so we're in the thick of it and you're not. Tell the group that we want to go in space in case he has AOE shit. Maybe try to
See, here's my.
as we get
Here's
close.
I'm just saying, we're gonna fight this guy either way, so might as well check out the dialogue options.
I get that. I do want to say that we
Let's
try
know
to,
the unknowable.
as we
Minus
skim
2
down
to
the butthole,
charisma.
as we give the rim job, I want to like space around to where we're all coming from different angles if we can, the 5 of us.
Okay, I'm gonna let you place yourself down here in a second. Why'd you have to say it that way? It's
5-star
gross.
butthole.
You're gross. So I'm going to go ahead and try to show you guys something really quick, just because I think it'll make it cooler in your heads, I feel like. So I moved you back to a different map. This is still black, so 1 second.
Colored.
Bottom left-hand corner, reveal the fucking area. Oh, I see.
Oh, that's small. Another is.
Yeah, this is small, because it's just the side view of the ship. All right. you guys see, and it's cut off a little bit, but do you guys see that little curve at the very bottom? That's the bowl you're sliding down into. That's why I said earlier you're technically on the bottom of the ship. The gravity plane runs right there through the middle. So all of this is like sort of happening upside down from like the actual perspective the map is drawn on. Just wanted y'all to know that because I think it's kind of neat. It's also huge. It was an asteroid. You guys can see as you're sliding down into it that there was asteroid mining is a thing, and there seems to have been tons of quartz or maybe amethyst that was embedded into this rock. I'm actually going to reveal another section here. This is not the map we're going to use because it's so fucking tiny. Top right hand corner is the kind of original version of this that I made that like it's really hard to see what's going on because I used like this amethyst pattern kind of deal to color in the scales. But the idea is that parts are rock, parts are asteroid, parts are this amethyst. So it makes this really weird marbled texture across the inside of the asteroid. The floor you guys are sliding down towards is almost entirely this amethyst stonework. And it's all very pristinely carved. Maybe one day I'll get to tell you guys how all this was made. But it doesn't.
So is the gold circle in the middle of the butthole?
That's where that both. So if you, well, from y'all's perspective, it is a hole in the floor because of the way gravity works. You with me?
But it leads into the other side. It's not like the top of this actually. Like
it leads to this. If you come back down to the left hand side, it leads up here to these chambers.
I see.
Because the legs are on this side, right?
I gotcha. I just want to make sure it wasn't the top hole and it's the bottom hole from our perspective.
It's from y'all's perspective, it is going down, but
yeah,
from the way that map is oriented, you're going up. Yeah. It's like it's weird the way that shit's all laid out. But I wanted to point that out because I love the image of like a panned out shot of you guys like upside down fighting like in this inner deck that's upside down. I will take y'all back to the big map now that I'm done setting the scene.
Before we enter in, I want to, in Thrycreen, reach out to Drix and tell him that I don't think psionics are the best play here, and see if we get a response. Like if anybody's eavesdropping or if we get a response from anybody besides Drix.
Well, that sounds fair.
I'd say Drix physically chatters back and actually verbally communicates with you. He's angry, bro.
And I'll just pause for a second and like listen.
You might see the unknowable one with a little bit of a smirk, but nothing sinister responds. Oh, I have lots of art to show you guys. Fuck me. Before we get started, I'll try to do this while I talk. Y'all are welcome to place yourselves on the map. So keep in mind, Echo, that is like a sheer wall. That's the part of the bowl you're sliding into. So this floor here, I remade this map. One, because it was small. We needed a bigger one. And two, that amethyst shit was fucking hard to see all the lines and stuff. So I've changed this map a little bit so it's easier to see.
Did I get to get my echo or no?
Yes, I will let you do it as you're sliding down.
Are these 10-foot squares?
Yeah, yeah.
Use your ruler. It was hard to get. This is to convey space and make sure y'all have enough space. So for reference, those Void Forge I'm about to send y'all a picture of, they're large creatures. So the squares are bigger than 10 feet.
I'm showing a 15-foot on the measurement.
That sounds about right.
It says one cell is 15 foot.
Because what I did was I measured like how wide across the room was, and I just changed the values until I liked how wide the room was. It's a very big room from y'all's perspective. I guess I have to make y'all smaller, don't I? Here.
Yeah, we should be about a third of the size of these squares, I think. About the size of like these guys, I think.
Yeah, y'all should be about the size of the one. So y'all can reorient yourselves after I fix you. Sorry.
We're sliding down these purple holes on the perimeter?
Yeah, or the sidewall where you were. Any of the above.
I'm gonna try to hang out a little further away from the party. Do we recognize any of these creatures? like the
I'm about to send y'all. I'm about to send y'all pictures. Actually, these might be my favorite art of all of the
It
Void
looked like
Forge so far.
Shrike from Hyperion.
So the big ones, the large creatures, this is what they look like. Oh, I hit enter. It didn't send. That's fucking stupid.
Ooh. What, the Dark
Ooh,
Souls?
look at that.
Yeah, it's very Dark Souls-esque. These are Void Forge
Damn, that's-
Knights.
haven't seen. That's pretty badass.
The Unknoble one y'all have seen pictures of. Would you like another one while we're doing this kind of thing?
Sure. Let's have a refresher.
Gimme,
Yeah.
gimme.
And so, why are you doing this? And actually, I'm going to change his description a little. I need to read that. That looks cool. It looks like a classic fantasy novel.
We will talk more of it later.
Talk dirty to me. I'll give you another picture of. So I'm going to change his appearance just a little bit. Instead of all the robes, so he is an undead mind flayer. So instead of being slimy, he's all crackly and gross and beginning to decay. But instead of all the robes, he is encased in a Void Forge-like body. Like I like to imagine he's very Davy Jones-esque in that his tentacle beard is still there, his head is still there, but his collarbone down seems to have been replaced with Void Forge, essentially. You might see some of his chest still nestled down into the Void Forge components. But he's a little freaky deaky.
It's like Vader. He needs medical, like built-in medical support.
It's difficult to tell if he's replaced parts of him or if he's just sitting in a suit. But he definitely doesn't look like a mage. Looks like a freaky deaky cyborg thing. Void cyborg. Voidborg. All right, Mantis. What? Oh, Xavier. I was like, who the fuck is Charles? In the middle of the over that opening there, I'm gonna call it a butthole. We've been watching that lately. Is the Void Spear, the Apex Void Spear, which is, I think I described it as like 15, maybe 10 feet wide. Like it's a pretty solid chunk of, Void Spear. And I've used this token just to give you guys a point of reference for what it is and where it is. It doesn't have the statue. It is just the spear. And it looks pretty scary, if I'm being honest. And as you guys slide your way down into the, this is, I think, the hollow deck or the command deck. I'll look here in a second. I think it's the hollow deck. You watch the noble one finish pulling his fingers out of the neck of this Vulcan Legion soldier, and his corpse just drops. I gotta resize Echo. He turns to you all calmly. He said you all would be here. You have one opportunity. Become his knights and know eternity. We can create everything, anything. Haven't you ever once wished to have the power of the entire cosmos? It could be yours.
Nah, homie, I tried to kill myself for less than that.
Yeah, it seems like there was a catch to that.
We end up half as ugly as you. I'm afraid that it's not going to work out.
I do not consider undeath a catch. A great triumph, really.
I'd say like Cordo chimes in. He's just all like, "Well, I mean, like that's just another form of construction, really. I mean, it's kind of subjective."
If an elephant can smile, it does. I like to think maybe his tentacles wiggle in like a sort of amused gesture. He says, "Oh, but that's what you misunderstand. Undeath is the escape of death, the escape of all constructions. You could join Void itself and be free of all constructions."
Pretty sure we'll be able to kill you, so you're not immune to death.
Immortality and invulnerability are two different things. I think you're gonna have to...
What's the illithid equivalent of a scoff? I like to think it's almost like a purr or a crackle.
I imagine
Okay.
like a wet.
shoots out a little ink.
It's more like a sucking sound. He scoffs and he says, I knew you would be confident. It is such a shame to let such good dust motes go to waste. And you watch him raise his hand, not casting a spell, as you hear the sound. From one of the holes over here in the side of the room. These guys here, I can ping now. These guys, that's where those like little asteroid holes were.
Okay.
Pardon. And they are fairly far up. They're probably 60 feet up these slopes here. There are tunnels up above y'all too that I mentioned earlier. They're not on this map. Again, the map was weird. But you hear a grinding, crunching sound. And after a moment or two, there is silence. And then, hold on, I want the picture to hit the chat before I... Rushing. Oh no, don't open. I'm sorry. Oh, so I act like I'm hectic. Rushing out of one of these alcoves and down the wall. I'm just gonna say the name because y'all are gonna guess. A void forged dragon comes blistering out of one of these. I just need to reveal it. Goddamn.
Now, admittedly, that's pretty badass. But
no, hold on. He's not done. He's.
Oh,
Yeah.
but wait, there's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
Void forged Trask.
I just need to get him where I can show you him. There we go. Sorry. Comes, like first there's the sound of it shifting, silence, and then it comes like a lizard, whoosh, out down the side, slides to a stop on the floor, and you guys watch as it slides to a stop. Its tail flicks out. It's kind of the inertia of stopping. Its tail flicks forward and hits this Vulcan's Legion member here, in the chest, knocking him into the Void Spear. And you all watch him collide with the Void Spear as black lightning lances around the room. There's this like War of the Worlds style boom sound as his body disintegrates into dust.
Wow.
Move over here. The noble one raises his hands. You could be on the side of this power. Do not make this mistake.
I mean, if this physical body dies, I might give it a shot.
The cost of your immortality is the lives of millions. You're not making yourself immortal. You're merely buying time. And I'd rather go when the stars align.
You think my immortality is tied to this device?
I think your invulnerability
Well, we did till you just did that.
No, I think it's tied to this one, and then I sling my revolver around my hand.
Yeah.
That's badass. I like it. I like it. Badass.
What was the hardest line in fiction you've ever heard? That's up there.
Yeah. You're right. Number one is still turn your face to the sun. Aloy, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Right before she stabs a dude in the throat. So he says,
Some finger guns here.
enough bandying meaningless words. Mantis. Join, void, or perish.
I've got a counter offer. Void Shatter? That's what it's called? Psionic Shatter?
Psionic Shatter?
I feel like this is one of those cliche moments. I'm gonna go with option C as we all arm our weapons.
Yeah, Cordo's got a secret third
Pan
thing going
across
on.
Mantis.
I think
Cordo whips out his mushroom.
I think I like the idea better. Randy says his hard-ass line, and then we roll initiative.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's how I want that. That's what I want the canon to be. Hold on. Don't roll yet. Don't roll yet.
Oh, already did. I rolled 12. Don't have to do it again.
Well, we'll keep it. Hold on. I have to start the encounter so it picks that up. 18 demos? Now y'all roll.
Oh.
Gasper, no.
Oh,
Ooh, no.
why did you waste it on initiative?
25, 21. Drix and Zephyr waiting on y'all. I know sometimes y'all's computers are not great.
Oh, we got a long rest.
Whoa, that was a lot. 16.
Well, let me try again.
I don't know why I didn't put it in the thing, Drix. That's kind of dumb.
There we go, 20.
20. Alright, I think that's everybody. Alright, y'all. I have no idea how this is going to go, but here we go.
E.
Echo, you're up. Randy, and then Zephyr. Do I want to do this now? Yeah, I'll wait till Drix's turn. Echo, what you got? Y'all, you seem to get the jump. Randy says that, and it fires y'all's adrenaline up, and y'all all get going. Echo's the only one that can respond before Randy.
Maybe they all get inspiration. Wink.
I didn't say that.
I'm
feeling
going to fireball
Fireball.
at the dragon and the one closer to me. This one here. I believe I can get both of them with a 20-foot radius.
That's a dex save, bro?
That is a 16 dex save.
Oh man, I think you can get all three. Like this point and this point.
Fucking 3 ones? Jeez.
Can he get all three of them, Joe?
I think so, yeah. From like this point to this
He
point.
definitely can.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot radius? Yeah, so okay,
Yeah.
then all 3 of them.
Let me roll one more. The dragon passes, the 2 knights do not. So that's 22 if they don't pass. Right?
Correct. And then, let me see, I think it is half damage. Half as much damage on successful save.
Okay.
And if there's any flammable objects in the area that aren't worn or carried, they will ignite.
Unfortunately not. The amethyst floors do kind of glow this bright purple red glow for a minute, but otherwise, afraid not. Any bonus actions?
If it's 40 foot across, would I be able to get the flare too? If I target it in the middle here?
Don't want to get that ruler. I'm working on getting that ruler out.
Doesn't quite look.
Yeah, looks like you have to choose between those 3 forge or the dragon
Okay.
of forge and the
We'll
the
do
dude flare.
what we already did. The 2 knights and the dragon.
Okay.
And I think
Turn.
I can't do a second attack, right? The fireball counts as
Yeah, it's
the
not
2
because
actions.
the way that second attack works is you have to take the attack action first, and then you get that other attack. That's the way extra
If
attack
I-
works.
Action surged, then I could get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. All right, action surge. I'm gonna move my echo right here to the first knight. I'm going to sharpshooter that first knight next to the echo. So that is a nat 1.
Sad.
So that misses.
1 minus 5.
It does miss. Sad.
All right. And is it a? Let's see. Can't remember. Okay, it says whenever I take the attack action, I don't necessarily have to hit. So I'm going to
Yes.
use that echo melee attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to do an additional. Oh, that doesn't hit.
All right.
All right, here's the second arrow sharpshooter. Okay, feast or famine.
Really though.
All right. So that was a 27 to hit for plus 10 to this. 19 damage, or is it 9 plus 8?
It is
For the
9
crit?
plus 8. Yes, sir.
So then 10
17?
more, 27 for the sharpshooter. 27
To
damage.
this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right, all right.
And I'm gonna try again with the echo melee attack.
Okay.
All right. So that's 26 to hit,
That hits.
and then I get an extra D8 of radiant damage.
10 damage total.
Is it D8?
It's rolled on there, it looks like.
Is it? I
Yeah.
missed it.
7
auto
plus 3.
rolled it.
Okay, there you go. I think that's it.
Solid.
I used both attacks. Okay, yep.
Solid. Randy, you're up, except for your own deck.
Cool. That's an action. Oh, nobody's close enough to me anyway. Yeah, it's 30 feet. It's not worth. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a haste.
Respect.
Get it done.
Blow 2 charges on that. I'm hasted. That is my whole action. I get extra actions on the second, on my next turn. So I'm actually just gonna probably use my bonus action to try and, I don't know like what the walls around here look like. I don't know if I could get like up against the altar a little bit here, but I'm essentially just gonna try to bonus action hide. Because I assume I can't do anything else. I used my action to activate haste.
Before you get that close, when we saw the guy get knocked into it, did he get like sucked into it when he got closer, or did it just seem like he genuinely fell into it?
Oh. No, it did. He got knocked into it by the tail. So like it would be difficult to tell because like the momentum carried him straight back into it. When he hit it, he did disintegrate. But
Yep.
difficult to tell because like his momentum just like smacked him into it.
My assumption was that it was because he actually hit the statue or the sphere itself versus like, because it looks like there's a little like wall around it. I don't know how tall that barrier is. I don't want to like hop up in the statue and be like, I'm hiding in here.
It's not very tall. No. Okay. I will. Hiding might be hard. This is a flat room.
He does still have past that face, maybe, or maybe.
I mean, if I can't hide, I'll just use my bonus action to hit somebody. I don't really care.
He can camouflage to it. That gives you an
Yeah, you could also dash if you needed. If you wanted to maneuver somewhere else.
No. Wait. Can I bonus action dodge? Okay. I'm just gonna do that.
Is there a
then.
rogue? Yes. Okay.
I'm just gonna bonus action dodge, get disadvantage on anybody who tries to hit me.
Things that attack you. Solid. Zephyr, you're up. Demos, you're on deck.
I will use a little
Okay,
bit of my
so-
movement. Sorry, I'm gonna get like right here.
So I'm a little prejudiced against this dragon here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast... Hold on, I'm double checking to make sure I want to do this. I think I'm going to cast Banishment on it. So we can... You're over there flapping, but if he's gone for the time being, we can focus on other things and not get dragoned.
I'm good wooing. That's a good move.
Alright, so he has to make a DC 16 charisma save. And I'm hoping his charisma isn't great.
It's a good call.
All right, it's a dragon. 25.
That's a
Can I
robot.
use my silvery barbs to make him reroll? It's in my leg.
Nah.
Does it have to be a crit?
It
No,
says
it's just
one
a reroll.
reaction which you take when a creature that you can see succeeds, attack roll, ability check, saving throw, magically distract the creature, turn its
Does it have to be a
momentary
20? It's just
uncertainty,
that's just when it's 20.
triggering
Oh, okay.
creature.
22.
Well, I tried.
What's your DC have to be?
16.
16.
Couldn't get you there. Well, I could, but I want to save it. I couldn't get you a spare.
Wait, you're gonna save a port, not a banish?
Yes, because I want to focus on that fucker, and I have plans.
Okay, go for it.
Well, that's that.
We
Very solid attempt, Zephyr. Demos?
I guess I can bonus action. Hold on, that's 30 feet. I don't know how far the closest. No. Well, I guess I'll move a little bit up
Are you close enough to? Do it.
so I can shove this guy. Where do we want to shove him? I don't know. I guess back to the dragon, so he's they're all in a nice, neat little area, so they can be, uniformly. Let me see if I hit him first.
Shove him towards the void statue.
Oh, can I? Hold on. How far can I shove? I forgot. It's been
It's
so
like
long.
5 feet.
And I think
Yeah, it's only 5 feet, but
I think it's worded away from you. I don't know if that's...
no, it's in any direction.
Ah, nice.
So he can scoot over here, I guess. Yeah, I can just keep pushing him until something happens. Okay, Okay, beyond 20... The little rolly thing is aggravating me. Okay, so that's a 19 to shove this one. Oops.
That hits.
Eldritch shove. For 5 damage and a little scoot.
And a little scoop. I'm only going to move him a little bit since this map's so big, but I'll give him a little scoop. Demos, what you got?
I'm very tempted to do something, but I think I'm going to hold my hand just a little bit. I'm going to
You
cast...
need to scoot him towards the Void Forge,
My
not the
bad.
dragon.
The voice spirit? My bad.
I'm going to go with a 4th level Minute Meteors. And I'm going to throw 2 of them to this group. I believe they're 10 feet away. Let me get my thing in the right thing. 5-foot radius, so 10 feet. And they're within that, yeah? Kind of
Very
barely,
good.
but
These two?
gonna hit, yeah. They have to be within 120 feet of me, so another close. But I'd like to get these 2 of us.
No, don't move him. Demos, as
Oh no!
you go to cast this spell, you watch one of the knights raise its sword and bang it on its chest. And it's going to cast Counterspell.
Okay, what do I get to roll? Or does it roll? I forget.
I get rolls.
It has to beat the level. It's a 4. I said I was casting it to a 4. But I think it has to beat a 14 or a 15. I forget how that works.
If it,
I think it's 14.
yeah, 4th level or higher, make an ability check. 10 plus the spell's level, so it's 14. $15.
15?
Yeah.
I could replace it. Oh, it's not a saving throw for me. I can't use the thing. God, if I use this, I won't be able to use it later. Oh, I counterspell it. I can counterspell a counterspell.
You can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
Counterspell is different because it's a reaction.
Level
will
spell,
pull it.
I think. It's a spell and a cantrip, so it's almost always been.
Can you counterspell while casting another spell? Counterspell is a reaction spell. There's no rule against taking a reaction on your turn. You can only spend 1 spell. You can only cast 1 spell and 1 cantrip. You wouldn't be able to cast a second fireball on his turn.
So I think the idea is that you can counterspell if it's not like on the same action as your turn, but you can't do it like immediately after you use a spell on your turn.
Yeah, because the idea has always been that 1 leveled spell, 1 cantrip.
So if I cast it, I won't be able to do anything with my other action except for a cantrip. I guess that uses my action too to be counterspelled, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you used your action to cast meteors, then you were counterspelled.
So I've seen this in Critical Role and D20. I'm hesitant to. Doesn't somebody know counterspell? I thought I taught it to somebody. I gave him an item.
Wasn't
I
me.
know counterspell in my leg, but I've already used my leg this turn, so I don't know if that really.
If one of your spells is counterspelled and you still have your reaction, you can counter the spell.
But you used your action to cast the meteor spell.
Counterspell is a reaction, not an action.
But it's still a leveled spell. You've already cast a leveled spell. You can use your bonus action.
Everything I'm seeing is saying yes.
Oh. Because you can't cast more than 1 leveled spell.
But reaction spells are different.
They're not.
I think
It's still
generally, though,
leveled.
you don't take a
Barb-
reaction on your turn. You'll do that kind of outside of your
You can
turn.
do a reaction whenever. If somebody
Right.
leaves your...
Can't use. You can use a reaction whenever. The problem is that you can't cast 2 leveled spells in one turn.
What I'm reading is saying yes. I can't find like an official like Matt Colville rule. But I'm seeing on Reddit, Stack Exchange, and D&D Beyond. I wish I could find a more reliable source.
Will you send me the thing you're reading?
Yeah. Trying to find the one that I was reading a second ago. We can jump to the next turn while I find this if you would like.
Let's do that. So it is the unknowable one's turn. Man, I've been thinking about this. His hand's still raised from summoning the dragon. You watch him curl his fist. And, I thought she was about to scare the shit out of him. Curl his fist, and you watch him all look towards the void spear, which almost immediately sucks most of the... There's no oxygen here. Oh, you're in an air envelope. Most of the oxygen out of the room, and you watch it begin to thrum. You feel the tyrant ship begin to shake, and you watch as a... very similar to your Starbreaker jettison of light lances out from the very top of it straight towards the ring of Siveries. There is little you can do now. And he's going to turn and he gets to do a couple of things. I'll count that as a spell, so he can't cast no more spells. So he's going to do... I should have measured earlier. Fuck, 67. He is going to...
So according to the Sage Advice Compendium, he does. I'll drop that in here.
He has, but I send it to me. He's going to take a couple steps towards his dragon here. And then he's going to use 2 of his arcane bolts. Make sure he can hit both of you. I meant to measure earlier and wasn't able to. Yeah. He's pretty smart. He saw you do it on the way down. Zephyr. Oh, come on. Don't make me wait. Does 16? Does a 16 hit you, Zephyr?
I think so. Hold on. No, it doesn't.
You have shield too, just so you remember.
Oh, yeah, I do. But it doesn't hit me.
A 10's not going to hit Echo either. Wow. Wow. That kind of sucks. That's okay. Let me check a few things.
So it's because the way it's worded is when you cast a spell as a bonus action or an action, you cannot cast a spell that uses the other. It doesn't say anything about reactions.
Yeah, I also verified that via a Reddit post. It's about whether or not you use your bonus action or your action. But in the scenario where you use your action to cast a leveled spell, you can still use counterspell as your reaction on the same turn. If you used a leveled spell as a bonus action, it's weird, but you would be restricted. It's very odd, but according to the players...
I've seen it on...
Because the wording is if you cast a spell as an action or bonus action.
Yeah, the spell is if you cast a spell as an action, you can't cast one as a bonus action. If you cast one as a bonus action, you can't cast one as an action.
Interesting.
But
that's not a roll either, because it's does that say Demos thing? Sorry, I just saw that.
Is it 3rd level?
Yeah, counterspell is a 3rd level spell. Oh, counterspellception.
So
you need to roll your meteor damage.
They actually need to roll saves for me. I'm going to throw 2 meteors at them because I'm upcasting it. I have 6 left, 5-foot radius, so I think I can get both of them.
You're going to kill that chipped Vulcan's Legion member? Oh no.
Oh.
He deserves it.
Whoops.
You can't save him. Good luck.
Knowing that that's an ally. How far away is this?
Bro, that's not an ally. That's collateral damage.
Can I get that dragon in that fucking...
Collateral damage.
Do I have line of sight on the dragon and Spooky Boy?
I'm gonna say no. I think I imagine the Void Spear to be too tall. The dragon, sure, it's very big. He's probably hidden behind it.
And I see this guy. Oh wait, where's my pointing? If I draw a little line here, I guess I can't. But if I draw a line here, I guess I can.
I was gonna say, I feel like him is like you could fudge yourself, like lean your head around enough to have line of
So I
sight
could-
on him.
I could get these two.
yeah.
Okay, I will throw 2 with them. I need both of them to make DC 17 deck saves, 2 of them.
Sorry, I had to find my deck saves. Wait, they both need to make 2 deck saves. I hear that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, because I'm throwing 2 miss 2.
I need to roll
Boom.
one more. Sorry. Let's see here. So I've got the dragon rolled 22 and a 12. The knight rolled an 11. Where's the other thing for the knight? God dang it! And a 3.
Okay, so that's 14 to the knight, 10 to the dragony boy. Unless either of them is resistant to fire, which would be good information.
What did you say damage was?
14 to the knight, 10 to the dragon.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I see what I did now. Okay. All right. I think so. That was your turn. Then the noble one went and had a very unclimactic turn. It wasn't fun. Drix, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my symbiotic entity. And since that takes an action, I'm gonna hit an action surge.
Okay.
Move 30 feet over. Yeah. Start welling on this bad boy. He looks big.
He's big. He's kind of scary. 27 will hit.
So. Alright, this is going to be a +6 necrotic for my symbiotic entity. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to use Psionic Force too, so I'm using my Psionic dice to do another.
Solid. How much is that total? Let's see here, 13.
9, 13 plus.
Yeah. Just 22. Alright. Do 22 damage to this mother trucker right here. Yeah. Anything else? Drix goes all fucking Dark Souls on this Dark Souls. Oh.
Ew. Missed.
Sad. Okay. Now it is the Void Force Dragon's turn. Oh no. Before the start of its turn, at the end of Drix's turn, it's going to use its legendary actions.
Oh no.
30-foot radius, huh? Let's see here. Oh, I need the radius, please. Give me that sweet circle.
30-foot radius?
Yeah, buddy.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's
Good.
probably going to try to get you 3. Yeah. Can he get you 3 without getting his friend there? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can.
At least I didn't pick us 3.
Zephyr, Echo, and Echo squared. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. You watch as this.
Which we get advantage? Is it wisdom?
I think you do get advantage.
It
I
is
think
advantage,
that's right.
yes.
And it's almost like a heat wave kind of condensed in one space, just whoops outwards. Like the way concrete makes heat waves, it looks kind of like that. An 18. What you got, Zephyr?
16.
16. Okay. This may be a little anticlimactic for you guys because of the way I built this ability, but you guys are incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Huh.
As you're kind of blasted and go limp for a second.
So they can't
That
take
was-
reactions, but on their turn they'll be fine?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Joke's on y'all. I've
incapacitated.
already used my reaction.
Yeah, let's say for y'all, not a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's gonna do what dragons do. It's gonna go like this. It's gonna go. It's got 90 speed. It's gonna get right. It can fly. It's 90 flying speed. Oh, I think we're gonna try here first. I think that's where it's gonna end up. Sorry, there's too many buttons on roll 20 for my little fucking lizard brain, dude. Changing my mind. Since it incapacitated you guys, it was here. It can get to here. Oh. You get to. Sorry, I'm trying not to go over its amount of fly speed. Here, and then it's going to. It's going to do its little cone here, 60 feet. Yeah. So it's going to land in between all of you. It's going to use this breath weapon, which means it can't use its tail. You should all be thankful. Demos, Randy, and Drix, make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
You got it, boss.
Alright, I have advantage. 24.
Randy, you save. Drix, you do not save. Demos, you do not save. None of you are within 5 feet of it, which is good. So Drix and Demos, I need you to take 55 psychic damage, please. Randy, you'll take half of that, which is what, fucking 26, 27? You're on mute, Joey.
Sorry. First of all, second of all, we do have temp HP. Just a reminder to everybody. It's 55.
26.
Yes, sir. I did say 55.
What do you mean temp HP? You're not talking about that maximum, huh?
It does increase. Well, no, I'm sorry. It does increase your maximum HP, but since there's not a way to mark that on D&D Beyond, I just put it in as HP. But I should know that I can get 13 more points.
Yeah, you can get that temp HP back for the next 24 hours after that, if someone heals you or whatever. Can't use tail attack because it used its void breath, but it still has one legendary action left. Oh, it gets them all back. Fuck yeah!
So how
You
much-
just want to go fuck himself? How about that?
Nah, he can't. Sorry.
It was 50 what? It was 50 what again?
55. Okay.
Alright.
I'm updating on my sheet.
Cool.
That mind flayer dude.
Yeah, he made some.
He said.
You made some fucked up shit. I love how all the knights get to go. So this knight in front of you, Drix, it's gonna press the advantage while it has the chance. It is going to make. It can use this. Okay, yeah, no, this doesn't work the same way. So it's gonna make both of its big old greatsword attacks. Does a 21 hit? I know a 9 doesn't.
So Devin,
Yeah, it's my one.
What, Joey?
Indeed.
I do have to make a concentration check on Mel's minute meteors.
It's
It's 55, so I don't think I can beat it. I got it at 20. Can I beat
7,
it?
28, 20. What's you get to add to it? It's like 27.
I get to add
20.
2 to my constitution save.
So no, it doesn't like you can beat it.
But honor of the crit. I want to roll. It wasn't a crit.
Sucks. Ben, you will take. Oh, let's see here. I gotta pick the roll, or I gotta figure out which roll. The first one hit, the second one didn't. That's probably better. It's less damage. You take 3 slashing damage and 10 necrotic damage as it lays into you with this great sword. Well, I guess it's not great sword, it's just a sword.
Ouch.
I had to look at the picture again. These things don't play. Nothing in this encounter plays. This
Wait.
guy. What?
Randy, do you not have evasion?
No, I don't,
Take
because
another?
I did not take that level in Rogue. I'm only level 4.
This guy doesn't really have. So what's gonna happen is this one back here. Can y'all see me moving him around? This guy, I guess I can ping. Oh no. This guy back here is going to dash. He can move 60 feet, so he can move 120 feet, and he dashes to here. That does take his action, so he can't go swinging on nobody or anything like that. This one here, the one that's in front of Echo's Echo, is not smart like what's his name, like the unknowable one. You guys watch him do a thing.
Oh boy.
I guess it needs to... Okay, yeah. It's going to use an action to try to grapple Echo's Echo. $27? Echo, I think you get to roll an acrobatics or a athletics check for your Echo.
I was trying to see if he could even be technically grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point.
It just says he's magical, translucent, and gray.
I feel like if it can attack things, it should be able to be grappled.
All right, you said acrobatics or athletics?
Either one.
23.
So close. It rolled a 27.
That's not that close.
It's big, dude. This is a big, strong thing. They're about the size of the Hulks. They're just much more... As you can tell when that one sprinted over to you guys, much more agile. Big, fast, and strong. You guys watch as it reaches out, grabs Echo's Echo, its hand like wrapping around its neck, and then it uses its malign transportation ability. Meaning it can teleport itself and one unwilling creature it has grappled up to 30 feet. And you watch it teleport Echo's Echo on top, itself and Echo's Echo on top of the Void Spear and slam the Echo down into the Void Spear, which takes a lot of damage. I know it only has 1 hit point, so I'm not going to tell you how much damage it is.
God, just instantly stuck.
I was about to say, if it didn't hit the Void Sphere, whenever it gets more than 30 feet away from me, I think it disappears.
Well, it technically only goes to like here. Like it's not terribly far away from you, it just drags the Echo with it. The idea is like it teleports over there and just pushes it into the Void Spear, which of course it takes the damage. Lightning erupts everywhere as the Echo... I guess not. The Echo is not real. The Echo shatters, and the Knight here, unaffected, literally standing on the Void Spear, does like a backflip back off of it, back to where he was with his remaining speed. Very agile, very big, very scary, and can apparently teleport you into those Void Spears if it fucking wants. I like them. They're scary. I need to narrate some things. We're at the bottom of initiative.
Oh no, Goop gets to go.
So, your companions are with you. What I had wanted to do with your companions was give you guys the option to use a bonus action to give yourself advantage. The idea is that like one of the companions are helping you.
Can we do that like in the instance of a save to give an enemy disadvantage? Like they're harrying the enemy? And
They can all help you do things. But the other thing I meant to narrate on Drix's turn. Because of your high perception, Drix, you would probably be able to see. In the chaos of this battle, you see where that Vulcan's Legion member impacted the Void Spear, the Apex Void Spear. There is a, 9, 10, maybe 12-inch kind of crack that seems to have developed around on the Void Spear where the impact happened.
Do we want to break open this fucking snow globe, or is that a danger snow globe? Danger globe.
Here's the fun part. The bottom of initiative, you feel the energy, the magneticism, all this stuff changes. You feel the ray from the Void Spear impact the Storm of Sybaris. You can see out the, because y'all are fighting in this pretty open space. You're pretty much in the crater you guys entered in. You guys can all look up and see this very small dot of black beginning to expand from where the ray has hit the Storm of Sybaris. And you feel this kind of So I also like to imagine when someone's running a weed eater, that's almost the feeling you get. You feel this deep vibration. It becomes difficult to move around, you feel sluggish. You don't like it. Anybody within 40 feet of the void spear has disadvantage on their attack rolls.
Anybody, including them?
I think it specifies if you're an automaton, anybody except an automaton or an illithid.
Oh, and that's everybody.
Yeah. Unless the creature is an illithid or a construct. Oh!
And what was that disadvantage on attack?
From the sphere, we're counting.
And saving throws. I was mean. Attack rolls and saving throws. Key point of order. Who's carrying the psionic transmitter?
It's in the bag, so extra dimensional.
So Drix has it.
It's in the
Yeah,
bag.
counting the outer edge of this eyeball. Or are we counting the
You are
Right
counting
here.
the outer edge. I will put
like where the other two have them?
Saying like the
Like
outer
right
edge
here?
of this image?
Here, let me
Or
make
the outer
my
edge
thing.
of this still?
Let me make my thing. Right here. Oh, it's still
No! Don't do that.
Okay,
It's
so the
still
whole
fucking-
circle.
most of the circle. Most of the circle.
Make it all. Most of it, no, you're right.
Most of the circle. But you also have your Hero's Feast buff. You also have your buff from your allies to counteract that.
Counteract.
That was-
Someone asked me something, said a thing. What?
Poison or fear.
Maybe you're right. Maybe Hero's Feast doesn't help. Your allies will help, though. Bricks.
So wait, how close are we pulled to it?
You're not pulled. If you're within 40 feet of it, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Attack.
Bricks, you seem unaffected.
What the?
Add a
Oh, okay.
add an additional aura around yourself for 20 feet.
Like a radius or
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Weirdo has been the secret all along. Are you sure we're not affected? Like, maybe.
Bricks, you're okay. The rest of you does not feel good if you're within that radius. Like, shit's not happy. At the end of who was the last person to go? It's got to be the end of his turn. So at the end of one of those knights' turns, the fucking dragon is going to use his last legendary action before he gets them replenished to use his tail attack. I think he can hit Zephyr. I will measure real fast, so I'm not fucking Zephyr unduly. Pardon. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, I have to make this not a thing.
I don't know if y'all heard this song, but this is my latest song I made.
It's fucking
Your
metal.
The bop, dude.
I gotta get down here and make sure this actually hits Zephyr. Alright, sorry Zephyr, you're gonna get a tail attack.
Definitely my favorite one.
Give it to me, Daddy.
14.
Whoa, what the fuck? is
14 does
going
not
on?
hit.
Zephyr
Zephyr,
literally
take that
like
tail out of the way.
well, I like to think it's like checking a kick. You raise your foot and the tail just smacks into your shin. Everyone in the room's like, what the fuck? Echo, you're up. Randy, you're on deck.
Alright. Since I'm within 40 feet, I'm gonna step a few feet back.
I don't think you. Oh, this guy might have been close enough to you. You know where he was? I'll try.
Third of
To,
a square? I was about right here.
let me see if his range is 10 feet or 5 feet. Okay, it's 5 feet. I will allow it.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm gonna bonus action hex this new one in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I guess that rolled the d6 if I hit. Do I gotta roll that each time? For each hit?
No, you don't have to.
His ability that I'm going to disadvantage will be Dex.
Okay.
So anytime he has to make a Dex save, it's at disadvantage.
And which one was it?
The one right in front of me.
I'm trying to get a thing on it. Got a little snail on him.
Okay. Alright, sharpshooter. Boogeyman's bow. Fuck. 11.
I'll hit.
Try again. 26.
26 does
For
hit.
24
24
damage.
damage. Okay, solid. That knight's
And
not
that's
looking its
the end.
best. It's the end. Definitely not looking its best. It took a fireball earlier as well. Randy, you're up. Zephyr, you're on deck.
I
Oh, y'all need a bathroom break because it's just that time? Sorry, Randy.
Ooh, it is about that time.
I'm fine either way.
What's that, right?
That was a very ambivalent answer. We can go another round or two if y'all want to.
These rounds last so damn long, I could take a bathroom break in between my next turn.
That's fair. That's what I would like to do, but I have to listen to y'all's turns. Go, Randy.
If you need a break.
I'll wait another round.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. First off, I'm gonna move right here so that I'm not within range of the stupid disadvantage fear thing.
How many feet were you within that dragon? I'm so sorry. I need to be measuring the shit.
I
for
was
y'all
right
leave.
here, so 20 feet.
Oh,
a
right,
little
front
bit.
of Demos? Okay, I feel
Yeah.
you. You're good. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to have the range. So, oh shoot. I was hasted, but I think I have to make a con save, even though it's on my sword. Let me do that really quick. So I might not be able to do anything.
You were hasted? Why are you not hasted anymore?
Well, I got hit pretty hard, but I think I have to make a
Oh.
con save, right? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it rolled an 18. I think it was half the damage, which was 13 to save, so I'm good there.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my. If you're trying to talk, you're muted.
I was going to say, losing concentration and thereby losing your next turn would be devastating.
I know, especially after taking all that damage. I was very nervous about that just now. I almost lost my entire train of thought. Just forgot my entire round. I'm going to take 2 shots with the boom cannon at the dragon here. Before I do that, I'm actually going to use my bonus action to activate Fighting Spirit, which gives me advantage on my attacks and also gives me 5 temp HP. Alright. There's a lot of dynamics happening here, so bear with me while I...
There's a lot going on. It's not going to get much better. No, well, I think y'all seen everything
It's
that's
an
going
18
on.
hit?
The dragon?
Yeah.
Nope.
Dang.
Let me double check. Yes.
Alright. That's just my first shot. I'm going to take another one.
Yes, it hits. Or
Yes,
yes,
it
an
hits.
18.
Oh, it
Yes,
does
it
hit?
is.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and roll my second attack then just to see if I crit. I didn't. Let me go ahead and roll both sets of damage for you.
Did you action surge?
No, but I'm hasted, and I get two shots per
okay.
round, but I also have advantage, so that's why I said there's a lot of dynamics happening here. I'm going to make 4 rolls for my 2 attacks for my first attack.
I got you. Is
Um,
that 23, right?
I
guess you
know
don't
if I
get sneak attack.
I don't think
So
I
16 instead.
do.
Who's he hitting? The dragon?
The dragon, yeah.
Nobody within 5 feet.
And then,
2d8. Has your revolver always done 2d8?
Uh-huh.
Neat.
That's 11 more damage.
So that's 27 damage to the dragon?
So sneak attack only
Neat.
procs on my first attack? No. Does it? I don't know.
Yes. Only on, well, not your first. You can just only have it once per turn. Once per turn, yeah. Not once per round.
In that case, because I'm still hasted, I get a whole nother round of attacks, and I'm going to use those. Against this guy, I gotta move a little bit. I'm just gonna sort of skirt the wall here. And then I'm gonna fire
Wait a minute,
2.
hold on. I'm going to fix this.
Still gotta move.
I'm about to make it where y'all can see the little aura that's causing y'all to have disadvantage. I'm going to make it where y'all can see it.
That would be nice.
There you go, friends.
Cool. I need to move just a fuzz more, but then I'm going to use my other 2 shots on this guy right here. Standing by Drix. I'm glad I have advantage. Not that it'll help a lot. It's a 15 hit.
No, sir.
Alright, one more. So far, so bad.
Does a 15 hit now?
Does a 19 hit?
What does now mean?
Because I rolled a second 15. He's just goofing.
Oh, I see. I wasn't watching. The 19. 19.
Cool. Do I get sneak attack on that because there's an ally by it?
Yes.
Cool. So 20 damage to that sucker.
You watch Drix as you're in battle with this thing, your allies becoming very sluggish, and just all of a sudden a bullet catches it underneath the, like above the collarbone in the neck, and you can see some, not ichor, not oil. I can imagine it looks like blood, but it's pitch black. It's like some Prometheus shit. Ridley Scott's Prometheus shit.
Beautiful. Good movie.
I love all the Alien movies.
Debatable.
Zephyr, you're up. Demos, you're on deck. Them's fine words, Barb.
Sorry, I had to roll 17 times for my round.
Listen,
You're welcome.
listen, Prometheus is very, very pretty to look at, but when you dissect it on a very plot level, it is full of so many holes, and it is absolutely just a visually stunning movie, and that's it.
We know which episode of the podcast Barb is coming on. Go ahead, Zephyr.
In this
Hey,
episode,
Devin,
I
real
will.
quick. Did you add that hex damage to the Void Knight? That 5 extra damage?
Let me see.
I think I told you 24. It would be 29.
I don't
I know
think
it's
so.
not going to kill him, but
I will add that for sure. I don't think so. If
Right.
you said 24, I just did 24, so I did that now. Get it,
Yeah.
Zephyr.
All right, I'm going to Starlight Step to move out of this little bubble here.
Good.
Let's see.
Oh, it can't smack you when you do either. Solid. Good play.
Nope. Yep. We're gonna.
Now the
zoom.
dragon can't smack you with its tail. Good play.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna go with all reliable, and I'm gonna try and fire off some Eldritch Blasts. I guess at the dragon. We're gonna try and see if I can do some damage to him. All right. That was a 21 and a 26.
Both those hit.
I just have
Yeah.
to share the second image that popped up when I searched that.
9 and 7.
Is that Brokeback Mountain? So that's supposed to be 9 and 7.
And then bonus action, gonna try to Eldritch Shove this guy, which is a 20.
Okay, that hits.
And we're gonna shove him towards the void sphere again and see if it goes anywhere.
Earlier, you
Five
saw
damage.
him. You saw him like literally land on it and jump off of it. You do push him back towards it, but they seem unaffected by its effects.
I mean, figured, but you know, we'll keep shoving him.
Fair enough. It does move him around, does push him away from you. Solid turn. Zephyr, Demos, you're up.
Amos feeling the heat from that fucking fire breath, and knowing he would have been almost dead if he didn't have that that extra.
Void breath.
I'm going. Oh, is it not fire damage? Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna pop. David's gonna panically pull out a wand and say, "Petrificus totalis." I'm gonna use hold monster on that fucker.
What's save?
Wisdom 17.
I found the dragon real fast. 20.
What?
20.
I'm gonna make it a 2, and I hope that's low enough. Dragons. I don't know.
One of his legendary resistance to save.
I repeat. Well, then,
Sorry,
you
Fred.
can drink a greater potion of healing. We have a few of those. Anybody else wants to have one? 4 plus 4, 14 health. Puts me at 31 hit points. Not nearly enough to withstand another one of those, but I will make my way downtown, walking fast. I can go up
Yes,
these bridges, steps.
these are not. This is a sheer wall.
But what about
This
these
is
little
just
stones
columns.
here? That looks like
They're just
steppies.
columns.
It's steppies, Devin. Oh wait, are those
Great.
the eyeballs? Is that what these are?
I don't think so. I think they're just decoration. Wait, where were you pinging?
The big circly things. They look like the 3 triangle circles that you were talking about earlier.
No. So the three circles that lead inside of this area are like right here.
Oh, I see.
But those that you guys actually y'all haven't seen enough of the ship to really understand what's going on there. Those behind those columns is hollow. There's columns that run vertically up and down the ship.
In that case, I would like to try for a second. I'm gonna try to move down here. The unknown thing, though, I don't want it to do. God, if I get over here, we're all clumped together, though. Maybe I should go. I'm sorry, I'm having a crisis.
At the end of Demos' turn, the dragon's gonna use 2 of its legendary actions to use Burst of Entropy, which was the thing that did stunning earlier. It's not close enough to. Well, hold on. It's not gonna do that if it's close enough to smack someone with its tail, which is what it really wants to do. You're all too far away. Burst of Impotry. 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 Potpourri?
Potpourri.
Not entropy.
Is that that Legion's member on the ground gonna do anything? He's gonna take his 7 attacks, right?
He's chipped.
Oh no. I should.
That's what
Then
I
why'd you
said.
let me not kill him earlier?
That's why I was
Fuck.
like, he's collateral damage, man. Come on, just kill him.
I thought he was a I didn't realize. Okay.
I gave you a hint about why. Anyway, so he can get all 3 of you barely, if y'all didn't see that. All 3 of you are about to get Burst of Entropy, Wisdom saving throws from Randy, Demos, and Drix, please.
But Drix's aura protects him, right?
Not for this. Just protects him from the disadvantage.
I'm gonna use a luck.
I
Good
did. Oh, you're out
lord.
of the range.
Oh,
What we got? We got an 8.
Wait, the hero
Oh, we got an
doesn't
11.
affect him for this
We
one.
have a 12. Say what?
The
19.
Sorry,
I will.
friends.
I will pop my. Do I remember what the DC for earlier thing was? Do
I didn't tell you. Why would I tell you?
you remember the highest that passed? Lowest that passed?
Nobody passed. They rolled an 18 and they all failed.
It rolled an 18, or we all rolled an 18?
Somebody rolled an 18 in our party and failed.
Why?
Not-
Don't be that way. There's no numbers.
metagaming is so fair.
Demos doesn't know no numbers.
Demos knows all the numbers.
The dragon's too powerful.
I will make that 19 a 17. Oh, make that a 21.
Make it a 21.
That passes, right, DM? Right?
Rix, Demos, and Randy. You're all incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Until the start of the next turn.
Yeah, that's why the DC is so high.
What's the save on? Oh my god.
He's never
Higher
going to
than
tell us.
21.
What does incapacitated mean? Tell me, DM.
Oh fuck! Hold on.
You can't make actions or
reactions. Yeah,
Does it say bonus actions, though, so there's a loophole.
that's fair. But it is still the start of your next turn, so it's not like you lose a turn. Because I feel like that would be too OP for a challenge rating 16 creature.
Wait, let me ask you this. Does that do anything for concentration?
I think so. It doesn't deal damage.
I will check.
Yeah, it's really tough because I think
I
it's
really
because
think
the verbiage on it's weird.
the stat, like when I moused over it on D&D Beyond, I think it would have said a creature, an incapacitated creature.
You can slow a creature. You can blind a creature, and they don't. I think it's just.
Right.
I think I don't think any of them remove concentration, which was probably for the best. Anyway, it is now the unknowable one's turn. Let me make absolutely sure that's the case. Y'all can tell I'm floundering here. 17. Am I floundering? Are y'all floundering? It's hard to tell.
Baby,
Quick
we're all floundering.
Google question says you lose concentration when you're
I'm doing great.
incapacitated.
Oh, really?
See, the thing is,
Automatically breaks concentration.
when you think about incapacitated, right, like as a state of being, that's why I asked the question, because to me it makes sense that you wouldn't have concentration on anything because you can't do
I
anything.
knew it was like that for unconscious. I didn't realize it was like that for
I
incapacitated.
think it even says in some spells until you are incapacitated or blah blah blah.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, it's in the basic spellcasting rules. You lose concentration on a spell if you are incapacitated or if you die.
Isn't that also just long-term incapacitated, though?
Guess it depends on your belief/religious system, your afterlife beliefs. I don't know.
So like I lose my echo when I'm incapacitated, and I kind of think of that as a concentration.
Oh, Randy. Oh, Randy.
Yeah, buddy.
30 Randy and the boy.
Yeah.
Does
Oh
that mean
no.
now you get the disadvantages that a haste spell cast on you?
He's out of the range. He'll just be like what, stunned for your turn
It's
or
not
whatever
even that.
it is?
I just essentially miss a whole turn. Well, actually, it says you can't take any actions or bonus actions. You can still take reactions, but that doesn't help me a lot. I think I could. No, I can't move either. I don't think.
That makes me feel better about that ability. It makes it much more useful. Okay. All right. Sorry, Randy.
He's not sorry.
Doesn't seem
I
like
brought it
he's
on
sorry.
myself. I could have not asked the question, but I was like, I don't know.
I mean, I appreciate Brandon double checking me.
Thanks,
All right.
Brandon.
Well, I mean, Randy kind of had the idea. It's like it makes sense to be losing
Yeah.
concentration.
I was sitting
Yeah.
here like, if you're incapacitated and you can't move or move around, like you shouldn't be able to do that. But I was gonna let it fly because I didn't want to look it up myself. So I appreciate you looking it
He's
up.
vibrating so quickly.
This
Stop.
is the second time I've fucked us over. I'm never looking up any more rules ever
Nah,
again.
it's fine. You'll be fine. Y'all are
It's
fine.
the 87th for the record, not the second. No.
I don't think y'all are in that bad of a position. I think y'all are fine.
don't know
At the
What do you
top.
mean you think we're
of-
fine?
of the round.
We
I
got
think y'all are fine.
Famous word said before a TPK.
Nah,
We have
it's
less
fine.
than 200 combined hit points. I just want
All I'm gonna say is you don't have to kill all the things. There's a way to make all of this stop. You've been given the hint. I'll just have to wait for it to set it, or for the right thing to
Hey,
happen.
You know we're
I
fucking
want
stupid.
Yeah, my intelligence is like a 2, and that's not just Randy.
Yeah.
So
Can we make an investigation check to try to figure it out rather than? Because Deimos does not have the ADHD. Joey does have the ADHD.
Maybe at the bottom of the round, we'll try to do
It
something.
was just the bottom of the round.
It's not the bottom of the round yet. We're in the middle of the round. The unknowable one is, man, y'all are all so far away from him. I guess he kind of likes it that way. Yeah, he's gonna,
Don't like that.
yeah, he's gonna try and throw some more of those arcane bolts at you guys. I don't know if they're gonna hit, but we'll find out. Last time those were gross. They didn't help. He can hit Zephyr. Oh, I can't see that. It's off the top of my screen. He can hit Echo. He's gonna keep working on you guys. Well, you've got
I'm
2
hiding
to
behind
3
a
things
giant
over
void
there.
knight, bro.
Yeah. He can hit
I'm
everybody. Anyway,
behind the wall.
He can hit me.
He can't see Deimos, because Deimos can't see him, so he can't see Deimos. I think instead he's going to go ahead and use his action to cast Globe of Invulnerability, which is a wonderful little spell for
Ooh,
villains.
that is-
You son of a bitch.
A wonderful little spell for villains. He needed to do that early on anyway, so he didn't get absolutely trounced when y'all kill everything else. He doesn't have any bonus actions, so unfortunately that is his turn. He's going to mock you guys on his turn.
Give him the finger.
Viciously?
You guys, you guys watch as the kind of shimmering globe wraps around him. I imagine most of you wouldn't be familiar. Demos maybe being an academic. He'll say, it is too late to stop it. And he gestures to the ray of necrotic energy that's like spasming into the storm of Sybaris. Nothing short of destruction will stop this. And he cackles. I like to think like you hear in y'all's head. You know, he's an illithid. They don't speak out loud. They speak like the Thri-Kreen do. And it echoes. You hear him laughing and then another much deeper, more sinister laughter echoing his. Drix, you're up. I'm gonna have to pee after this round. For beer.
So we know the dragon has legendary actions.
Yes,
and
sir.
legendary resistances. Does it seem like Illithich had? Unfuckable, whatever his name is.
He's not used, isn't he?
But I feel like if he had legendary actions, he would use it. Seems to be a reason why. Legendary resistances could be a different thing, but I guess we have to break the thingy to not die. But it seems weird that they have to smash the guys into it, and that cracks it.
He did make the comment in the beginning when we said something about him getting the power from the sphere. He's like, oh, you think that's tied to my mortality or whatever? And that's when Randy pulled the greatest fiction quote.
May not be that it's required for his immortality, but it may be the thing that is destroying the planet.
Oh, yeah, definitely that.
Can Deimos, in one of the 2 bottom of the rounds that we already had, make an investigation check?
What you got, Drix?
Damn, he said, fuck that.
Drix, take the other sphere out of the bag and throw it at the other one. See what happens.
Oh, wild card, bitches.
I've been trying to figure out what would happen.
Kill
I'm gonna do some
everyone?
experimental attack.
Don't kill everyone.
I telepathically
As long
say
as-
that so that the illithid can hear it and then look at his eyes.
As long as... Oh, can you make an insight check?
Yeah. Y'all gotta let Drix take his turn.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna do something along those lines. I'm popping an Eldritch Blast right here. At the
Jeffrey's
crack.
so proud.
See that roll.
But fucking
Stationary object's not hard to hit. It does kind of like suck into the void sphere, but it doesn't crack.
interesting.
Physical things. Do we know if the other legionnaire member was chipped? I mean, it's kind of safe to assume.
They're
so.
all chipped. You just assume they're all chipped. Now there is one dead.
So is it because he cracked it because he's physical, or is it because he cracked it because he's chipped?
You guys, I'll wait to the bottom of the round. Go ahead, Drix. Anything else?
No, please go.
We've had two bottom of
round.
Bonus
Okay,
action cure wounds.
To yourself.
Oh yeah, so put 11.
You said cure wounds? Oh, I'm sorry. I see.
Yeah. Okay, a bunch of creatures need to go, including the dragon, and I really have to pee. So I'm gonna go use the restroom, but first.
Yeah, let's
But
pee, and then we'll pick up after the dragon's turn.
We'll pick up before dragons, but first, Aaron gave you guys a hint. You guys know that
It's been a month ago.
I recapped the hint earlier tonight. You guys know that the Ennoble One wanted to kill the Vulcan's Legion before y'all got there. I'll stop at that. I mean, I'll be back before 10 minutes, but if y'all need to take your 10, take your 10. It's break time.
Does
He also gave a hint. He asked who had the psionic transponders, like the chips and stuff. So I wonder if it does have something to do with those.
does it turn in, like, if we kill them before they get to smash them and they're alive, does that stop it? If we remove the chips, which we don't know how to do, that's not.
He implied that a 12 hit, but it didn't crack it further. That didn't really give us anything on whether or not it needs more damage, or
Or a higher AC.
yeah, if you need to like hit it harder.
Yeah, actually, like physically hit it.
I do think
Maybe
though,
I just get the chip closer.
it seems like the dragon
like
is the scarier enemy.
Oh yeah, I wanted to
Really?
banish it or dispel it or send it away somehow. I wanted to put
Well, I
the
think-
fucking Illithich in the fucking sphere with a vortex warp, but then he said immune to Illithiches and what's their fucking
But
construct.
wait a second though, he said that constructs were. Did he say the both were immune to it, or did he say just constructs? Because I'm wondering, like he's just weren't. Oh, that's very convenient.
Did he imply that killing the Illithid would get rid of the other creatures?
I was wondering that too, but I don't think the Illithid summoned the dragon. I think like we're in some sort of machine that summoned the dragon. Like I think that this asteroid.
I thought
has...
he moved his hand or something to summon the dragon.
Well, he moved his hand, but then we also heard a grinding noise, like machinery activated or something was churning something
It was the sound of the dragon getting up.
out. So maybe he just essentially was like given the signal,
That could
like,
be
"Hey,
it,
get over
yeah.
here."
All right, Mantis. Y'all have until I get these beers put into their coasters. Then the dragon's gonna go.
I'm panicking. Stop it.
Go away? Okay. Guess, sure.
Crumbles. Just disappears.
Dragon flies away.
How much damage can I do? I do have a legitimate question. Do any of the creatures on the field seem like bloodied?
Some of them.
I think it was the 2 Void Knights I've been working on between the fireballs and the...
Yeah. The dragon has a lot of it.
We gotta find a way
Alright,
to
yes.
just deal with the dragon.
I'm curious what y'all did with my hands. Any revelations?
Wait, did we ever?
Yeah, but if the Void Knights can just jump us into the Void Sphere, we don't even know how much damage Echo would have gotten. And when he did that, that's when the Void Sphere cracked.
Not when he did the echo. When the dragon tail whipped a Vulcan's Legion member into it.
Okay, let me ask you a
Okay.
quick question because you asked us a question earlier, and so I'm curious. You asked who had the
Transmitter.
psionic transmitter
Mhm.
on them.
Mhm.
Was that part of the hint?
No.
Dang. Okay, I got nothing.
Well, there was that idea. All I know is I don't want to get caught by a Void Knight.
Good thing
I
is
know
they only move
dragon.
30 feet. I think that aura is 40 feet. So if you're out of that, you're out of their range for that.
True.
All I know is that whatever the transmitters are doing is canceling out other aura.
Disadvantage. It is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hand me one, baby. Let's go.
Which aura did it stop again?
Alright.
It didn't stop the
It
stun.
stops the disadvantage from the Void Spear.
The ones we
don't
yanked
forget
out of the
your-
Vulcan's Legion or whoever before.
Don't
the ones who
forget,
transformed.
you can use your bonus action to have your allies help you, who are around. I like to think they're helping. I haven't been narrating it, but they're trying to help you guys. They're a little out of their league. That's okay
Can
though.
they attack instead of helping?
Come new. I don't know what to do.
We'll see how things look after this round of enemies that all get to go next to each other. The dragon.
Night Spear is
Alright.
sponsored by Brandon.
Night Spear. What?
Yingling?
Let me
Oh,
see here.
I got one of the tall
Yang
boys.
one. I see.
tall
Oh, I see.
boys. Pounders.
With tall boys and pitchers. Sorry, that tickled me. I have to roll a d6. You know why.
Because
You
hate
son.
those-
Alright, sweet. Okay, that's fine. Whew, no more breath weapon.
For now.
He uses two of his
Alright,
legendary
so-
actions to get it back anyway and says, "Fuck you!"
That's not how that works.
Yeah, right?
Can't do that.
Make it the dragon
Yeah.
that can.
Man, I think it is going to scurry towards you three over there on the left. The other two are dealing with three people. You guys are only dealing with one thing. So it's going to skitter to here, which I think will leave it close enough to do several things.
I'm just gonna go ahead and declare reaction shield.
That's probably fair. Let me make sure that no one's out of range. Oh, no, don't move.
No, yeah,
wanna
move that
be-
way. Move that way more.
I don't want to be cheating. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Yeah, all right. Make sure no one's out of range. Randy's gonna bite you. You're right in front of it. Here it comes. $20?
Reaction shield.
All right. Congratulations. I like to think it goes to bite you and like the shield pops up. It's like king, king. You see in its mouth for a second. Demos, here comes the tail attack. 23.
I use my reaction to cast Repel Tail. 23. Okay, what's the damage?
8. Make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Oh, strength saving throw. If I -1 to that, I'm sure I'll do great. That's a big 4, Daddy.
You are not prone. Hits
Until-
you right in the knees.
I guess in general, yeah.
Yeah, you have to get up on your turn. Drix, same thing. Tail attack. Here it comes.
Oh no, here it comes.
20?
My bad.
Yeah, 20 hits.
Another 8 bludgeoning damage to you. Strength saving throw for me, please.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, no damage
no,
for
no.
Drix. Drix is like, no,
Oh, yeah.
Dread Eye Mind Tricks.
Womp.
Strength save. There. 11.
You are not prone.
Hits the barrier and knocks me back.
That's exactly right. No, let's see here. Why are you this way? Sorry, turnover tracker's weird. So this is A. A is gonna do what A does. And he's gonna try to hit Drix. That's his thing, that's what they do. These knights, they're just knights, man. Makes 2 of these, right? A 15 doesn't hit.
Oh no.
Oh no, Drix.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
10 slashing damage. 33 necrotic damage.
10, 33.
4, a 3, a 5, 5.
I got 2 HP, maybe.
Woo!
Hey, you healed yourself earlier. It came in handy just now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I
it
did.
really did.
This is the one that's hexed. So it is going to move towards you, Echo. Hold on real quick. Zephyr. Nah, okay. Can't, but it's going to move towards you, Echo. It's going to try to grapple you. That meets. I'm gonna rule it cannot grapple you. You are just slick enough, like it reaches out to grab you the same way the other one grabbed your Echo, and you realizing what's about to happen, you duck underneath its arm. That takes its action, so it can't attack you. It doesn't need to teleport away because it didn't grab you. This one. Oh, stop. Can make it all the way to Zephyr. This one's going to swing on Zephyr. It had already used. This is the one that used to teleport earlier. So here it comes, Zephyr.
Oh no, here it comes.
Oh my god, does 20 hit?
A 20 hits.
That's the first attack.
Shield? Have you shielded since your last turn?
I don't think Zephyr's
She's never shielded at all.
No.
You
never
can do
shielded
that
at all.
if it's within 5.
It is within 5 feet. That will stop the first attack. It rolled another. This one rolled a nat 22.
Damn.
The damage isn't as bad. As bad. Are you gonna shield that first attack?
Well, if you shield for the whole round. For what that's worth.
But it wouldn't stop the nat 20.
But if anything else attacked her, she would still have to shield.
That's a good point. That's true. For the rest of the round, that's true.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Well, the good news is you prevented 3 damage with your shield. But the nat 20 that hits you is going to do 2 slashing damage. It rolled 1s.
Lovely.
The necrotic damage, though, is 35. If you have resistance to necrotic, you should cut that in half. I don't know if you do or not. But...
I should, but I don't.
Okay.
I feel like Zephyr absolutely should, though.
I thought you had an extra thing, but that's fine. Now, let me go back here where I can see shit. That's all over. Gaspar Greyspear appears out of the ether. No, I'm just kidding. Bottom of the round. You all feel the light. You can kind of see as you're in the middle of fighting, the yellow light has permeated the arena begins to dim as this necrotic blackness spreads further around it. I will accept 2 checks. Don't care what they are as long as they're perception, insight, arcana. They need to be relevant to making.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
They got to be relevant to connecting dots.
I say Drake's definitely make the perception check. I have a 7 to Arcana, so I'll try that. And hope and dream and pray. I've rolled shit all night. That's 23. That's not bad.
Demos, at the bottom of the round, as shadow kind of descends upon the arena, as you can feel the storm of Sybaris being corrupted. You flash back to something Aaron told you as he pressed the cast iron into your hand. This spear is not like the others. Life is not the fuel, it is the antithesis. And you realize that the crack you saw was from the Vulcan's Legion member because he was a living thing, not a construct, not an undead, not anything else. He was alive and therefore antithetical to the spear.
Who has the spear?
This spear, the big one in the middle.
I see.
I remember you
You
saying
said he
that,
pressed
but
the
I
spear
didn't
and that was like-
understand.
Hit it, we take a ton of damage. So us being alive, we're the only things alive in the chamber.
Hey,
Say that again.
We're the only alive things in the chamber, and if we hit it, we take a ton of damage.
Besides this motherfucker.
who I definitely want to toss in, but aside from that, do we have any inclination as to how much damage we would take? Like, could I chip in some of my life force to try and drain that thing? What happens? Oh, I'm gonna.
You saw him disintegrated.
Also, what did you say you pressed into my hand?
When he put the cast iron in your hand, when he gave you the item, that's what he told you.
What item?
The cast iron that cast Hero's Feast.
Oh,
The iron of feasting or whatever. All right, that was the bottom of the round. Demos, you have an epiphany. Echo, you're up. Randy, you're on deck. Why did y'all's thing go away? It's back.
I'm gonna go with the guy in front of me. Trying to remember disadvantages within 10 feet.
And
Or
five.
Unless
if I'm
you
a
have a
sharpshooter.
It is within 5 feet, unless you have a specific ability, I think.
I think sharpshooter just lets me avoid cover. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna shoot the dragon. Yeah, he's within range. Sharpshooter. Fuck. That misses.
Okay.
That's a 19 hit?
Yes.
Alright. Sweet. 4. Hold on, let me click it. Uh, 22 damage.
On the dragon.
And I
Okay.
will, yeah, bonus action. Oop. Echo. Shit. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Randy, you're up. Zephyr, you're on deck.
That'll get a turn. Next.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, no. Zephyr, you're up. Demos, you're on deck.
Okay, so like,
At the end of Randy's turn, the dragon's...
he didn't get a turn, so it doesn't count.
does. You know it does. You know how that works. Demos, here comes the tail attack.
I am prone, for what that is worth.
You're already prone. Randy, here comes the tail attack.
No, I just meant it would give you advantage, but that's okay too.
That's what the tail attack is for. 31.
31.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hits.
That hits me.
Yeah. 11 bludgeoning damage. Make a strength saving throw. You can't. You're incapacitated. It doesn't say that. Make the strength saving throw.
Hang on a second. I gotta do
I
some
bet you
math.
automatically fail anyway. But
Ragdoll.
Brandon's not going to check me this time. I think.
Jesus Christ. I
It's like,
can't- Take 6 more damage. Damage. Okay, strength saving throw. Let's go.
Without checking, I
Rolled a
assume
17.
you're right. It does not say that you automatically fail saves. I think that's only if you're down.
yeah, but 17 will pass. So Randy, you're all right. You take the tail attack, but it doesn't knock you over. Now it's your turn, Zephyr. Demos, you're on deck.
okay, so did we officially determine what we need to do to get out of this clusterfuck? Like,
You need to hit it with something alive.
Throw a life
Yep.
inside the orb.
so
Jamo is still confused why he gave me the skillet while saying that, yes, this is the antithesis of life. I can use this.
I
This
go
is-
fucking
That's-
yeet my ferret
that's
into the
just
fucking
When
orb.
he said it.
I was literally gonna
Take it-
suggest you do that, but I didn't want you to do that.
Take its collar off
No, I'm
first.
not going to do that to poor Nova.
If I polymorph it into something else,
No,
is it
you know,
alive? Does it count?
I can see the intuitive leap though, right? Like you handed the skillet over. Skillets are used to make soul food, and what do living things have? Souls. You gotta feed the soul to the orb.
It wasn't
I'll
supposed
pick
to be
up.
connected to the skillet. That's just what he told you. The idea was like you found him. He wanted to tell you the 2 most important things he could do at that moment was give you the skillet and tell you the thing that he knew. My fault in the delivery.
I do like the
So-
skillet of feasting. That is a pretty solid item.
So what are we defining as life and a soul, so to say? Like,
Guess just find out.
fuck.
You already know for certain that this Vulcan's Legion member counts. This one is dead. He killed it earlier.
Uh,
Do you have Vortex Warp, Zephyr? It's a 2nd level spell. Lets you move an unwilling creature.
no, I don't.
Do you have command to command that guy to jump inside the statue?
I do have command, but it can't make them do something that puts them in harm.
Oh yeah. Duh.
I do. I can
What if you
summon.
just Devil Dog Dare him? Will that work?
I can summon a shadow spawn. Is why I was wondering with my last pack slot,
Don't know. If
and I
those
was
are
trying to
considered.
figure out if a shadow spawn. It is a monstrosity. It's a conjuration spell, but I was wondering if it counts. You know, that's why I was trying to brainstorm if I Well, I guess if I fucking summon it and it doesn't count, then I have a shadow spawn. So, I mean... I gotta decide. I think I'm gonna do that. I gotta figure out which one to cast. Advantage against frightened creatures. Any creature. Well, there's like 3 different kinds it can be. I think it's gonna be a despair shadow spirit. So, did I link that? I did link that. Okay.
So I'll try to figure out.
Spirit has a soul, and a soul is a living creature. Toss it in.
So while trying to find what Shadow Spirit looked like to see if it looked like it was alive, found this, and there's more of them, but I'll leave you with that.
Oh God!
Apparently, this is a common theme, where there's one prolific author.
Oh,
I
she's
would like
cute.
to think that Zephyr's shadow spawn, regardless of what it's supposed to be, would look very serpentine, just
Wait,
based
what?
on the nature of its warlock pact.
We have Arbok.
Also, I don't need no goth girlfriend from Beyond the Stars to eat my
Don't
enemies.
we
for me.
all,
I
for the
do, I
record?
do that myself. Thank you.
Excuse me?
Okay, so
You're the golf girl from Beyond?
Yeah.
can
You got
I
me.
summon it wherever? Technically, hold on. I
So
can
there's
look.
probably 120.
It says it manifests in an unoccupied space that I can see within range.
Range is 90 feet.
Yep. So
This music's very joyful. I don't know how I feel about it.
So I guess I can put it. We're trying to get it towards the orb, right? Like that's in range.
You have to put it over here if you want it to run away from it, right? My understanding of that's what you're going to use is the one that fears it.
Oh, I was just gonna throw the fucking shadow spawn in it. Like, I was gonna use that.
Oh, at the spear?
Wow. I love it.
Shadowy spirit.
That's what I was going to figure. I was trying to figure out if it counts as a living thing or has a soul or whatever it, whatever thing it needs in order to, progress the story here.
Zephyr, roll a d20 for me, please.
Oh no,
Wait.
I've been rolling like fucking shit tonight.
Zephyr, I believe in you. You have got the beat. You've got the beat. You've got the beat. You've got the beat.
That was a 10. I was trying to see if there's anything I can roll to get a higher one.
I didn't see it in chat, so I don't think it counts, Barbara.
I don't see it either. That's okay, though. I believe you, Barb.
No, she was lying
Like,
on
I could-
purpose to fail, Devin.
Absolutely.
Zephyr, you're like muttering under your breath, your fingers are wiggling, you're getting ready to cast this spell with the spear, and you feel like just the last syllable leave your memory. You can't remember it. The spell fizzles. You hear a voice. No, child. And then you feel yourself compressed inordinately for a second as you are... reality is twisted around you.
Well, fuck.
You find yourself reapparating off to the other side of the arena. And you watch as you land almost. Like I like to imagine Zephyr lands almost superhero style. Doesn't come from the air, but appears there. And the shockwave knocks this one backwards to the edge of the arena. To the edge of this here. Right up against the Void Spear. As you feel the blessing of... I almost said Jormungandr.
Blessing of fucking.
Eldritch
I mean, it's close
Shove!
enough. Some people call him Jormungandr, some people call him,
Yeah.
Dendar.
Eldritch Shove!
Just hit him with the big gothy boots and tell him get the fuck away from me. That's all I want.
The black boots of Shove.
Do magic item.
I mean, I do still have a bonus action, I would think, unless this fucking dark spirit didn't want me fucking Sparta kicking shit.
Platform boots and fuck off.
Sparta kick 'em.
Hold on, let me roll, I guess, to Sparta kick. 18.
Yes.
Zephyr, you
This
land
is
in your
Eberron.
superhero. You land in your superhero pose. You stand up straight, realizing what's just happened. Your Eldritch Blast lashes out of your foot and knocks this chipped. And he's not like these big scary guys. He's just a mercenary back into the Void Spear. You watch his back make contact and his body shudder. Black lightning. Much more around the room. You all are almost very nearly singed by the density of the lightning, and you all watch as Prax spider web around the Void Spear. Not a ton of them, but enough that you can see them from all sides now. As this guy is disintegrated, you hear, Zephyr, a dry, pleasant hiss. Pleased hiss.
Ugh. Shudder.
We may part. Amen, Clippy. Amen, blah, blah, blah. You have fulfilled your purpose. And you feel yourself twisted back to your original position.
Well, Zephyr's gonna throw his arms up and be like, "The fuck was that shit?" Just irritated.
Everyone but the unknowable one? The fuck?
Randy, I think Zephyr learned how to make an echo. I think Echo finally learned him. Amazing.
Zephyr's just gonna continue cursing at the sky.
I'm still frozen in place. I like try to shrug, but I can't really move.
You most you're up, and then a creature.
So how does it looks like it's fucked up? There's nothing else alive here.
Oh, we're alive. Good luck.
One question: if I were to polymorph this into a different creature, its creature type change. Is it live?
What are you polymorphing?
Anything into an animal, into a creature.
Guess you just have to find out.
Are you?
I know the answer if it makes you feel any better, but
Your
I know
wisdom
how I would roll it.
based, right? Your wisdom, so
Intelligence
spellcaster?
based.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, what's your Arcana skill?
A +7.
You know that when creatures lose all of their polymorph hit points, they return to what they are.
But it wouldn't count for the live hit points. Nah, yeah.
All right, use your intelligence to convince Marcus to hop in the sphere.
I'm sorry, from a meta perspective, you could use it to give someone a hit point cushion.
That would
if that was what you're trying to do. I will say I don't know that Gulbrand would survive a contact with that thing.
Oh yeah, we don't know how much damage it does.
I haven't checked his hit points
So
currently.
it didn't make a difference how they I assume that the two Vulcan's Legion members were about at the same hit points we had. They didn't look. One didn't look fucked up or anything. They both did. One did a little crack. One of them did the big crack. So it's not a hit point thing. It's more of the number of contacts.
Yes.
Okay. This is a far. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I pull that or not. I would like to use. Amos takes his staff and grips it, and raises it up and slams. And as he does, a lightning bolt comes down and strikes him. He disappears, and then the second bolt strikes the sphere as Deimos appears on the sphere.
Demos, you land. As Demos disappears and reappears, you guys watch the lightning bolt descend, smack into the spear, and kind of coalesce around it until not a speck, but a blur from the sky falls, impacts the spear. Demos, you take 142 damage.
That is
as his
double my hit points.
Feet descends into the spear, and you guys watch Demos's blur, the lightning bolt, the spear. The spear shatters. The lightning bolt passes through it. Demos's form evaporates into dust, and a massive cataclysm of lightning blast around the room. I was like, I need everyone to make a dex save, please. Oh, Randy.
It's a spicy 13.
17.
Zephyr gets rid of that damn snake in time to
It
die.
wasn't double your hit point maximum. It was 142. You have 148.
No, I thought about that afterward. That I have the hero feast to add to it, which might save my fucking ass.
I mean, if your hit point maximum's increased, I think it has to count.
Several of you feel the lightning roll over you. I mean, the beam lashing out towards wild space, towards the storm of Sybaris, immediately shudders and falls away. The blackness spreading around the storm begins to fade, or begins to shrink back to its origin point. Man, I think Randy passed. Demos is Oblivion. Zephyr, oh buddy. Echo.
Demo's got fucking Thanos.
I gotta make sure none of you drop from this. Okay. Y'all have enough hit points that none of the rest of you drop. Drix, that's except Drix.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But the rest of you, Drix, you are down as you. It's like 17 points, but it wouldn't have. I don't know that it would have mattered. The rest of you. You survive this blast. You turn to see all of the Void Forge, the dragon included, as if EMP'd, hunched over, inert, lightning kind of, jolting up and down them. Except the noble one. His lower body kind of paralyzed by the blast. His face, he's still conscious, his face still moving in this most vicious kind of ugly face you've ever seen, considering he's not humanoid. As where the Void Spear was, you guys, almost like a hurricane pulls the ocean back into it, you feel massive rushes of energy pulling back towards where the Void Spear used to be. The noble one looks furious. He is stunned because of the EMP, and we can step out of initiative for some time. An amount of actions, we'll see.
Go
Is
kick
Deimos
him in the
disintegrated?
nuts.
Yes or no?
You see no sign of Deimos.
Okay.
Can I say that before he left, he took the scroll off his back, and after he slammed the spear is still standing there where the first lightning bolt was?
Yeah.
What's the scroll? What does it do? Does anybody notice that?
It's just a
wish
draconic
spell!
prophecy.
It's his spellbook.
I can't spellcast. Is there any way I can research it to try and see if he has any way to bring himself back?
Randy, as you rush
I
over
can turn myself into a pickle, but I
to
can't bring myself back.
the spell scroll, like rip it open and try to decipher what's going on, you guys feel just the tiniest tremor as from the center, the tyrant begins to shake.
Okay.
What now?
Okay. I want to do
Who?
two things if I'm allowed to do this. You said we're sort of out of initiative, so I'm just gonna start moving. I want to run past Zephyr and toss the spellbook at Zephyr. Say, I think he might be better off with this than I am. And then I'm going to walk straight up to the unknowable one, and I'm going to flip my revolver, press it right up against his forehead. Say, what'd I tell you earlier? And I'm going to ask him one question. You decide.
Do you feel lucky?
My friend, come back, or am I going to unload this entire cylinder directly into your forehead?
The most would be out of the veil. Choose both!
Randy, make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Well, I ain't intelligent, but I don't care.
Yeah, Randy.
Rolled a 23.
Damn.
Good job.
Avenge me.
You don't even take the damage. It tries to mind blast you. So you are very nearly take some damage and are very nearly stunned. You feel your knees go weak. And when you kind of solidify yourself, the gun doesn't drop from his head. It begins to
Randy's
laugh.
too fucking angry.
It's my version of a rage, I guess. Okay, if that's how we're doing it. Is anybody going to be mad if I just essentially blow every single bullet I have inside this dude's face.
No, I
'Cause
mean,
I'm about
go
to do
for
it.
Bro, I got an arrow cocked, ready to back you up.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
I'm
bonus
about to.
action fighting spirit in between just to make sure I have advantage on every single shot, even though it's point blank. And then I'm gonna blast 2 right in his face.
So you're inside his globe of invulnerability, so that doesn't matter. I mean, make sure there's not anything he can try to do.
Let me stop rolling real quick because there's gonna be a lot of rolls.
All jokes aside, I do have an arrow ready to go if needed.
I think
Yeah,
next
you just-
show, by the way.
I don't
Just
want to
let me
steal
know.
the kill.
Oh no, I'll bounce out of there. You do whatever you got to do. If I don't take him down, I want you to.
Bah, 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 just sick.
But
shots
what I know of a
point
Globe
blank,
of
and he
Invulnerability
just
is that
laughed.
you can't cast spells into it, but once you're inside of it, you can still do standard melee attacks.
Mm-hmm. The arrows might even pass through it too, because they're not spells. I'm not certain about that. I'm trying to.
You couldn't cast a
To
fireball through it, but
decipher.
you can do physical damage through it, if I'm not mistaken. It just prevents spells from incoming damage.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that with it. That's kind of cool.
I only know this because I used it.
So here's what we're gonna do. How many bullets could you fire in a round?
I can do 2,
Roll.
and I was gonna action surge and do 2 more, so I was gonna try to shoot 4 bullets in his face.
Roll all the damage for that.
All right, well I get advantage because of the bonus action, so that's a 20 to hit.
No, don't roll to hit. Just roll the damage.
I mean, your
Oh,
point
just roll
blank,
damage for
Yeah.
all 4.
Yes.
All right.
You literally, it tries to mind blast you. You straighten up and boom, boom, boom.
All
We're
right.
gonna
Well,
see.
I get sneak attack on
we're gonna-
1.
We're gonna see if it would survive long enough to get to do something.
So that's 21 for the first one because I get sneak attack on that. Second one's 16 more. Third one is additional 9. And then this last one, I'm going to use a Dazzle Bullet just because why the heck not? So that's 10 plus a 1d4. So 9 or 10, 14 more damage.
And you fired earlier. This makes sense. Randy, you have 4 bullets left. If you remember, you fired earlier. There's only 4 left in the cylinder.
Mhm.
All 4 bullets unload out of Randy's hand cannon. The silence is deafening as where the void spear was continues to just absolutely suck this volatile energy towards you. You all listen as silence reigns as Randy runs out of ammo. You hear the clicks as Randy keeps pulling the trigger subconsciously, and this gruesome, icky, blood-filled laugh as the unknowable one cackles, its lungs filled with blood, and then it's a hollow spell. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. As if teleport, but not quite. He flashes out of existence.
Barbara,
Plane
you
shift.
you haven't used your counter spell if you haven't used reaction.
I do have counterspell.
Give it a try. Roll your they don't get to add, right? It's just
It's a
They have
con.
to-
Level.
it's 10 plus the spells level, but they don't get to add anything. They have to roll
I think-
above
I
that.
think it's either an Arcana or it's their ability check.
Yes, thank you, Barb.
For the sake
Okay.
of...
Make an ability check using your spell casting. Okay, so you do get to add your spell casting ability to it.
All right, what's my
Roll
spell
up charisma
caster?
check.
For you, it's
Charisma.
probably 4.
For
Yeah, it's charisma. Whatever you get to add your charisma. Oh wait,
my
ability
charisma's
spellcasting ability modifier might be more. It's with your proficiency bonus. It's whatever you get to add to hit to a
I
spell.
think that's a spell attack. You have a spell modifier, spell attack, and a spell save. The modifier is
balls.
just like charisma.
Oh, so just add your charisma.
What is that, Barbara?
my charisma is +4.
Do we know what level the spell is? I think plane shift is 7. I'm not certain on that. But
Roll your jigger and find out.
13 and up.
Do I roll?
A d20.
Roll a charisma check.
Yeah.
Understood. Wow. 10.
From beyond the grave, I give her favor. Do you have lucky?
Hold on, I'm trying to see
Does
what else
me,
I've got.
does me fulfilling my promise of trying to kill him with my revolver give her inspiration now? Or him?
Do I get inspiration because I'm done with that stupid fucking snake?
Wait, I have inspiration. Can I defer it? Like, can I give it in this moment over to Zephyr?
Can I see when he doesn't die? I shoot one of my arrows.
I would allow it, but I don't think he'll kill him. Still has a good bit of hit points.
I can't. This isn't a thing I can impose disadvantage on him with, right?
Does he have more than 40?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't get him.
But
That does.
I don't think you have a way to impose disadvantage. I can't think of any way you have to impose disadvantage.
well,
Can you do silvery
I've got
barbs?
entropic ward, which
Oh,
means,
that doesn't help you.
yeah, that's an attack roll against me.
Demos, what's your last portent roll?
I have 2 luckies, a favor of the gods, and a something else. I don't know what that one is.
You didn't use your other portent roll.
I did. I made it a 17 to try to make it a 21 to pass that save, but it did
Well,
not pass.
You had 2
So it was
portents,
first one.
though.
No, it was the first
The
one.
first one was a 2. I cast it on the dragon to make him fail.
And it okay.
Yeah, I used
Gotcha.
military resistance.
I
I
can't
do have
command
the
him,
wit
can I?
No, not and cast counter spell.
Yeah, fair.
He shifts away, taking the dragon and the 3 knights with him as the rumbling in the tyrant rises rapidly. Doesn't take a genius, doesn't take a demos to figure out that the destruction of Void Spear is about to blow this place sky high. Space high? I don't know.
Gotta get the fuck out of here.
I have one quick question. And I know that it was just a standard charisma roll, but you said that we have allies who could give us advantage on attacks. Could that have feasibly worked here?
A help action would work on an ability check, for what that's worth.
Roll again, Barb.
The pressure is too much.
I think you need at least.
Holy shit!
Yes!
Holy shit!
Yes!
No!
It was meant to be, okay?
What?
Please tell me it was
If
Cade.
that 20 don't work.
It was Kate, the one person that fucking Zephyr likes.
I was about to say Zephyr, as the panic sets in, you don't see Demos, you see the magic about to all of these enemies kind of blipping out of existence. You begin to panic for a second, you lock eyes with Cade across the room, who's, I like to imagine he's in Randy's general vicinity. Oh man, he's been moving around. Randy's been moving around. So you lock eyes with Cade across the room, you can't hear him, you watch his mouth move. Don't let that fucker get away. You see Kate crying. And you reach out, you cast the counter spell from the leg that Demos helped fashion for you. You feel the magic take hold, and you watch, all of you, as the kind of blip that was happening fades. All of the enemies reconvalesce into their forms, and Echo, you let your arrow go. Randy, I guess your thing is empty, but you.
I still have a bonus action, so I could always hit him with a katana if you want it for flavor.
The idea here is now, like, that was his turn in a round.
Oh, okay.
So like you would each get a whole nother round. Echo, you can fire more than one arrow. How many would you get to fire in a round?
2. I would want to do sharpshooter as well.
You would have to reload, Randy, which is the hard part with the revolver.
Well, I now have a feat that does not require me to reload anymore.
Speed reloader?
I don't know. Hold on, I know what it is. But
So I'm trying to imagine, like, yeah, you hear Zephyr behind you, and like I like to imagine you've got the speed reloader out. You were reloading anyway as he recoalesces into his form, and you flip the revolver closed and turn it back up, and you feel the arrows pass over your shoulders. Echo's arrows pass over your shoulders. You re-raise the revolver, and I don't think he can survive that. Another cylinder full of boom cannon. I like to think this time it's up under his chin instead of straight forward. Just you guys watch it collapse dead. Yeah. Yeah. The rest of them still stunned, still EMP'd, but you still see the light in their eyes, not decommissioned by any means. The tyrant begins to split. Part of the floor you watch as the asteroid begins to tear apart from the middle, as the indention in the center where the void sphere used to be begins to what's the word I'm really looking for? Condensed does not describe it. It sinks. You guys watch the very beginning. You guys see in the very middle, maybe 3 inches wide, a solid black mass.
I'm grabbing Deimos' stuff if Randy didn't already, and we're getting
I've got
the
his
fuck out of there.
scroll or whatever, right?
So Drix is still down, right? I'm gonna obviously bonus action healing word him.
Okay.
With my sword, and then I don't know what else. Like, there's got to be a way to bring Deimos back. I'm gonna tell him though in the moment, because it seems like you mentioned they still have life in their eyes. I'm gonna tell him, pull the void sphere out, see if you can absorb the dragon. They can absorb matter. I assume that while they're paralyzed, he might have a decent shot at absorbing the dragon at least. And I don't know what else to do. I mean, I guess we got to call the ship. Somebody's got to use sending, so tell Cade, call somebody down here. We need a pickup.
Well, like Zephyr said, do we have a teleport scroll or anything?
Yeah, I'm flipping through this thing that Deimos gave me.
We do still have
Indirectly.
one.
If you try to void spear the dragon, one, being within 5 feet of it, you take some damage. You take 5 psychic damage. It has an aura. 2, the void spear doesn't whatever animates them and keeps them moving, for lack of a better term, seems to prevent the void spear from eating the matter. They're not life. They couldn't break the big void spear, but they're not entirely inert either. What was the other things? Call for Cade, when you guys say, is immediately sending messages to Sriracha. I've let Sriracha know we have to get the fuck out of here. Still, he looks pretty broke up. He's not happy.
Should we throw the other void sphere at it now?
I think it's already exploded. So at this point, it's like, what do we do?
But would it absorb it? So we don't.
Oh, like the
take the
energy coming
damage?
out of it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh, where's Deimos when you need him?
He's a smart one. We're all idiots. I don't know what to do.
Does the scroll and shit, anything he left behind, does it give us anything that could be beneficial? Can I roll a check to see if I can scramble to bring Deimos back from Oblivion?
Zephyr, you gather at this point, if you guys do not leave post haste, you will be sucked into whatever is forming in the middle of the ship. You could attempt, if you wanted to look through his scroll book, but at this point, it's not hard to tell, even with you're not educated like Deimos, but it's not hard to tell if you stick around to do that. You run a supreme risk of being caught up in whatever's happening here.
Could we run while looking through the book for a teleport?
I can't run and read. I can't imagine adventurers can run and read.
What if we carry Zephyr? So he can
I will
read?
say, I don't know teleport. I know dimension
Okay.
lore. I don't know what the rules would be. You could get
Well,
30.
we had a talisman for that. We had a teleport talisman we've never used. So theoretically, we
Oh.
could have used that. But the thing is, we don't have a teleportation circle on the ships at all.
You can just cast teleport, though.
So we could just cast teleport to get the heck out of here.
It's technically a chance, but I think that's your best option.
I was about to say, I feel like when Cade said that about letting Sriracha know, he would have started running. Maybe I should have narrated that. He is running towards he's trying to get up here.
And teleport's just, it's an area you're familiar with, right? Like the more familiar you are, the better the chance is. Because we've been on the ships for 8 or 9 months. Like we're probably pretty freaking familiar with them. But I know that Cade called in help. I guess I would. I'm gonna kick his corpse, the unknowable one, and then probably run over to Zephyr and say, "Hey, you got to keep that book safe no matter what. There might be a way to bring him back. I don't know what it is." And I'm just gonna start ruthlessly stabbing the stupid knight that's standing beside Zephyr as we get ready to vacate the ship, because at this point I think I've gone a little insane.
Run that by me again. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I'm essentially gonna explain, like, I think we just got to get out of here. It sounds like they're coming to pick us up. As I run over to Zephyr and explain, keep that book safe no matter what. There might be a way to bring Deimos back.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start stabbing the knight that's standing beside Zephyr to sort of like take out my frustration, or just maybe I've gone crazy. I don't know.
The damselfly is on its way. You know, cases. We need to get up there to one of them fucking holes. It's about 60 feet up. I told y'all earlier. I guess it might get fit.
It's pretty small.
You all gather up, looking maybe a little forlornly at the scroll in Zephyr's hand. Like he's not quite as big as Demos. Demos is a dragon, where he's got to hold it like almost bridal style to carry it. As the damselfly swoops in from this top corner, and you all have to climb out. There's no fucking ladders. You got to climb a rope like some badasses, like some fucking special soldiers units.
Step in there.
Zephyr's like, fuck this. As you all make your way up into the damselfly and evacuate as quickly as possible. You guys can see as you're leaving out one of the side vestibules, you know, the asteroid is collapsing. Amethyst dust permeates the air as the not collapsing, being sucked in on itself. As the damselfly, you feel it slow down. It's almost as if its speed is not halved but quartered, as the asteroid is sucked into the place where the void spear was, and a black hole begins to form. You're not sucked into it, but there's a brief moment of panic as the ship slows down and then eventually releases from the gravity of this black hole, and you all blast off back towards the bomb.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Wondering how you're going to tell Sybil the news.
He was right behind us. What the fuck? I don't know.
You missed the fucking bus. God damn it.
Hell, I'll go tell her straight up. Randy ain't scared anymore. He's seen one of his good friends die.
I think we definitely need to honor his sacrifice.
I just want you to know I have a giant D20 that lives on my desk, and I rolled a nat 20. I don't know what that means to anybody, but it means something to me.
I do have a giant D20.
Oh, sorry. I bought a giant D20 for like rolls of fate. You know how you say odd or even? I bought one because I thought it'd be funny to roll it on the table, and I was rolling it over here in my anxiety and rolled a nat 20. So whatever you want to do with that.
Doesn't count.
Okay, y'all. It's midnight. Y'all need to take a break. I think we can wrap up tonight if everyone can play late. Do y'all need a break and to decompress from that? Well, you guys blast off away from this blossoming black hole, and return back to the bombard of a sober air on the ship. I can't hold this in anymore. I have to admit, if none of you did it, it was gonna be fucking Cade. I'm just a little mad it wasn't Cade.
I'm glad I did it.
I knew it too.
I
was
wanted
debating
y'all
doing it on my next turn.
I wanted y'all to have the opportunity to do it, so I wasn't surprised someone did. But
I was going to. I even said it, and then I couldn't move on my next turn, so I was like, well.
Yeah, I got down, so...
Yeah, well, that was the idea. Was like, if half of you were down and shit just looked real bad, Cade was going to go do it.
Oh, yeah, with that dragon, I don't think we would have made it in the round.
I would have never forgiven you.
And like I was so ready, I had it planned. I knew what he was gonna say before he did it, and then Demos did it in a very fucking cool way. And I was like, "All right, fine, I knew this might happen." So I just have to say, I had to reveal that because I just fucking I've been thinking about it for months. I was like, it's gonna be Cade. But
I have to say that there's no hard feelings, but if I did it and it didn't finish it, then I would have hard feelings. Like that was only hit 3 out of 5 or something. Yeah, I would have cried.
Oh, ooh, yeah, no, that sucks. Anyway, I was so psyched to make you all cry over Cade, but now we're gonna cry over Demos instead.
Not so fast.
We don't really like him.
We'll see. I'll be interested to see if y'all find a way to bring it back. It's complicated without a body. You guys make your way back to the bombard, and as you pull up, you can see relief on everyone's face. The Autodrome crew has even stopped to watch you guys reboard back onto the bombard. Not quite as expression filled as the rest of them, but as you guys are filing off the bombard, off the damselfly, grim-faced, missing a party member. The scroll still caressed in Zephyr's arms. You guys see Sybil look up and down the line of you all, and let her begin to kind of, and Saurelius, or I guess maybe Cade, gives her a sheepish expression and goes to reach for her shoulder, and she kind of flees down to the lower deck as Bree and Vera, looking very pale, they say, Bree will say, did you stop it?
It depends. We'll look down. Is the black hole growing? Have we sort of vacated the premises? Does it seem like it's expanding or causing any more issues?
You are far enough away that it's not a pressing issue. It's hard to tell if it's growing because of the vast distances involved. Sorry, that was slurred AF. If it is growing, it's not growing at a big enough rate that you feel immediately threatened.
Okay. I'll look at him and say, Deimos did. The rest of us just cleaned up and got out.
Bree bows her head a little bit. Vera, bows her head a little bit, and they, you can see them both kind of, not like openly weeping, but tears roll down their face for a second. They say, so it's over. The attacks on Eberron, the creatures.
Well, best we could tell is
You think so?
somebody was given orders, so we can't promise that. But I think at least in our general region, we're okay for now.
Giving orders. Bree turns. You can see her thinking. She begins to pace. I've never narrated this before, but perhaps she has some kind of specific thing she does when she's really thinking really hard, a fidget toy, or maybe she plays with a particular piece of hair. I don't know. Let your imagination pick something out. Vera speaks up while Bree is pacing. Do you think it's out there? The thing giving orders? She points to the storm.
Somewhere. I don't think it would have been destroyed with the void sphere.
You don't have the artifact anymore.
We still have ours, huh?
There was another.
I mean, yeah.
There was another. They're not aware of what was on the ship.
It looked kind of like this one, but it seemed a bit tougher, a bit bigger. Destroying that's what got us out, and, well, Deimos did most of the work of destroying that, so there was another.
Y'all give a quick rundown of what happened.
It's the most heroic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was.
The universe owes its debt to Deimos.
Where you hear an old man just shaking his fist at the stars.
Damn you!
Vera, Bree is still pacing. Vera, you see her kind of look side to side for a second. She says, I guess that means we have to sail back. We should hurry.
It does. What you mean sail back?
To Eberron?
Yeah. Oh, well. Demos had mentioned that he knew a way to take us back, to send ships back. Do any of you know how he learned this? Is it something he created, something he learned?
Can I look through his scrolls and shit that he left?
You wouldn't find anything in the scroll, but you would find. I imagine like his magical stuff to disintegrate. I don't know if that's true or not, but the void sphere was on his person. That's what has the astral gate spell that can get them.
And Matt, I know the answer to the question, so I don't know if we would have talked about it, but yes.
I think we as a group would have mentioned it. Like if
Over
we
9
send these
months.
people back using this. Yeah, we ran out a lot of stuff to talk about over Gin Rummy. Scabber fishing.
Technically, only 2 people can play Gen Rummy at a time. Anyway.
We had groups of 3. 2 and 2 and 2.
Oh, I see. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna rule that the Void Spear, I think, probably would have like rolled away, like after he landed and he disintegrated, like several things. The Void Spear, you didn't have anything that wasn't like super magical. Your
I had the Pearl of
staff,
Power,
maybe, but you left behind.
Some wands, the Pearl of Power.
Several things scatter away from the spear when Demos disintegrates. One of them being, the most notable being the bowling ball-sized fucking spear, basketball-sized fucking spear rolling across the floor. It wouldn't have been hard for anyone to retrieve it in the aftermath. You guys can hand that over to Vera if you wish.
I guess she knows. I assume we would explain what to do with it. Like, yeah, there's a way you could teleport people back to Eberron from here. We're gonna try to blow a hole in this gate.
Okay. She takes it and she looks at Bree, who's still kind of pacing. She says she's going to want to know if you all want to go forward. And her eyes kind of flicker towards the front of the ship where the Starbreaker is.
Forward.
Beyond.
Oh,
Then
you mean with a plan? Deimos didn't kill himself for nothing. He'd have kicked my ass if I didn't go through that storm, so yeah, I'm going.
well, we've made it this far. For Deimos.
I like to think Aurelius is very pleased with that thought. He says you all need to go on through, for him at least. But if you all have the coin or the means, it's not too late. I'm hazy on I'm the hazy on the details myself. There are. I've heard that the church will sometimes revive those far gone for an exorbitant fee. I don't. You can tell he looks very conflicted. He doesn't know enough to understand the difference between a mid-level healing spell, a high-level healing spell. He just knows that it's not impossible.
We're all about exorbitant.
Yeah. Well,
At this point, can I throw something in there?
What was that?
Sybil comes back up the stairs with a letter in her hand. She opens the letter, and you see in illusory ink that would have been written with the emerald pen a short note. To the fine cohorts and associates of Mantis. If you're reading this, then I at least have not made it back. I'm hoping that all of you managed to. Zephyr, I've always felt close to you as a fellow caster, as a man of magic. And I ask you to do me the dearest favor, to take care of Sybil. But don't take care of her too well. You catch my drift? Echo.
Like he doesn't even know me.
I figured you wouldn't. That's why I left.
Pass at any other human being.
Echo. You have sharp eyes and a sharp mind. Take care of them both. I hope that you find whatever you're searching for in this vast universe. Drix and/or Cordo. I don't know how far gone you'll be at this. If anything can span across the cosmos, it's you. Randy, probably the kindest of us all. I can't read my own handwriting.
You didn't type it, you savage.
I just wrote this 8 minutes ago. Okay, it took a
You
second.
should have typed it.
I write faster. Randy, the kindest of us all. Keep that spirit with you, and do the best of good that you can. By the way, I'll kick your ass if you don't go through that fucking ring. Added
Bet,
that,
baby.
Kindness. This dude unloaded 2 clips into the fucking enemy. Point blank.
I murder with sympathy. Calm down.
Sybil, I know the chances are that if you're reading this, I've done something stupid. Incredibly. I hate to think that my foolishness would cause you pain in any way. But I ask that you understand that whatever I did, I saw as the only resort. I ask that you take my staff to the school. Professor Calden will give it to someone when it's needed. You can bring my scroll to him as well. It contains my notes on the Draconic prophecy. I hope that on the long trip home, find some peace. To Cade, you brought us all into this. So in some way, you're responsible for this, you son of a bitch. You killed me, but if you're reading this, you probably saved the universe too. So we'll call it even. That, as you travel to the stars and beyond, I have some vague hope that as Sybaris is the goddess of magic, that my remaining essence will rejoin with her. After all, what can a soul be made of? Anything other than magic.
You have to type that because I need a written copy, please, for my notes.
What's it?
And I'll rip a fat line of Deimos' soul straight from the deck. Of the ship.
I looked at the cordial mushrooms in them, and now they're roasted. So it's even better.
Alternatively, we could have Echo transform into Deimos and read it.
In the voice. I love that.
Or we're like in denial. The Echo's just constantly Deimos on the ship the whole time. Like, Deimos never left. He's right there.
All right, Mantis. It's time to make difficult decisions. It only takes Vera a night essentially to attune to the spear, so she can cast the spell pretty much the next day. After you all listen to Sybil read the letter, you go kind of your separate ways to digest, to decompress. Maybe some of you are extroverts. Maybe you need to hang around other people to get over it. I wouldn't understand that. I don't know. Some people are freaky. But you guys have a short rest, which would be 8 hours in this setting, to digest. And Bree is ready to cast the Astral Stargate to take any extra ships away.
Back to Eberron.
Back to Eberron. As you all gather, I like to think, there's no... Cade was on the other ship. He was like the captain of that ship for, this meeting. Y'all are all on the Bombard. Minus Deimos. Sad. I don't like it, thanks. Sorry. Glad. Did you also burp? I need to know if you were making fun of me or if you also burped.
No, I did also burp.
Good. Just make sure.
It was just an echo.
I don't.
I see. Anyway, you are all gathered on the Bombard together. She, holding the Void Spirit hand, she says, this is where most of us will have to part ways. Some of us will have to part ways. I've decided I'm going with Bree through the storm. I think it's what Deimos would have wanted. Any of you who are going back need to go back now. Get on. Is it a ship? Interesting. With some help, I think I can send another ship. The Bombard will go through. I'm assuming y'all have talked about this to her about this a little bit, or at least Bree. The Bombard will go through. It has the Starbreaker on it. I guess it's up to Mantis. Y'all are sending at least one ship back. It's time for everyone to decide whether they're going or not. Cyrelius, Thora, and Marcus. It's this weird mixture of genuinely heartfelt thank yous for what you've done, for what you've showed them, what you allowed them to do, and this kind of arm length distance. They went through this with you. They saw all these things you did. They were also part of stopping this. They go back to Eberron changed people. They will be going back. Doesn't matter which ship you send back, but
They're all gonna go back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give Cyrilius. I don't even care if the party cares or not. I want to give Cyrilius. Let's look at the party bank. 75,000 gold, and I want to say, hey, I need you to go. I need you to find just the craziest cleric you ever met in your whole life. I need you to tell them my friend's got to come back to life one way or another. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what it takes. You figure it out. I'll make more gold later.
Can put up the estate on Damos's behalf.
Sell all the fucking items, did you? Oh
No,
there's
y'all.
the PPS. A piece of me is with each of the weapons that we crafted together. Fragment of my soul that I hope you will carry on to me. Yes, I may have left Eberron in a state of chaos. My apologies.
We revived Damos from my leg. Got it.
I slapped the
I just
sword on
sprout
the
like a
leg.
parasitic twin.
I put Suey on your
Give
leg.
up
I'm like,
my
here we go.
right leg to see Damos again.
Echo, get your bow over here.
Night Scabber out of nowhere just bites your leg off.
We fucking Voltron line this shit. Put all of our pieces together.
For the recording
my
and for
sword.
everybody else, the gold amount that I assumed we had came from February. It's the last screenshot I had, so that could be very inaccurate.
No, y'all have roughly 90,000.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's what I assumed we had.
So what I was going to rule is that I'm going to leave the gold amount nebulous. You send your letter to your cleric friend. That's because 75 is almost definitely enough to pay for that particular spell work. We're going to pick that storyline up at another time. I'm going to write short stories or some shit, I guess, or I'll make Joey write them. I haven't decided yet.
So the choice is to either go into the storm or go back to Eberron and revive Deimos.
No, I sent Cyrilius back to revive Deimos. We're going to the storm if you want to go.
Yeah. You could go back and come back later. Might have to have discussions with Bree about that. But you could feasibly teleport there and back. You can only teleport one ship at a time, essentially. So you might have to leave ships stranded in certain places. You could go back and come back later in several months if you really wanted to.
Only if it was pertinent to revive Deimos. If we think we could do that without having to go back, I'll stay with Mantis.
My plan was to yeehaw it. Like, I'm still going to go through. I assume Deimos is smart enough to find us later. Maybe. Or not. But I want him back alive.
If the thing casting Astral Stargate is back there when I'm reborn, I can Stargate to you guys. If I'm reborn.
It has to be a section of Wildspace you're familiar with.
I'm familiar with my cabin in that ship. I think that's a section of Wildspace.
Wouldn't it be a way more fun adventure if you just had to find the rest of Mantis later? You come back to life on Eberron, you don't know what happened or why, and then the rest of us
Deimos
out
needs
in
the next
Wildspace.
expedition to find Mantis. Oh, fuck.
Okay, okay.
Good idea.
That's all I'm saying.
He's reborn, so he's atrophied. He's only level 3 again. Fuck!
Nah, he could be like he could be a powerful NPC, and you could play another character. Like he could just that would be so many cool. Like they did this, they did that, and he finds a clue, and he's like, they must have done this.
Find Zephyr's leg. No.
We'll have to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll explore many different avenues.
Hey, we got to blow a hole in the storm. I got something I want to do.
This dude's gonna pull a card.
All right, here we go. All right, I will.
Might as well.
I've got like. Oh,
I'm not here to tell you no.
it's
The card bring.
1:30.
He's back, Damos.
Anyway, I was gonna make fun, but I cannot. You guys. So Cosmo, I guess you brought Cosmo along for the ride, right?
I had him be our cartographer as we explore the stars.
That's what I thought. I do like to think in my head canon was that Cade would go check on him, like, "Hey, I know that Demos was the one that brought you along for the ride. Or do you want to go back with the others?" And I imagine Cosmos says no. You know.
Wait, what? Yes, Imagine Cosmo. What?
I'm saying I imagine Cade goes to him and is
Yeah.
like, "Do you still want to go?" Et cetera, et cetera. And he says yes.
We just
Sorry,
watched
I was
Mulan
laughing
the
at
other
the
day.
GIF. Demos, I see. Anyway, so Sybil goes back. Sai, Thora, and Marcus go back. I think that's it. Cade goes back. I apologize.
Do our Autonome crew stay with us? The one for
They
the
will stay with you.
Can I convince
So
Sai
that
to give me
means-
his katana or Odachi?
You have to use all 4 of your buggy fucking arms to pick that son of a bitch up. I read today
Yeah,
some Odachis were 13 feet long. 13
What?
feet. They were used to take down horses. Like, it's
Hey.
absolutely insane.
Those guys could have destroyed current version of me straight up.
There's a PSSS.
Very
Don't forget to open the Rock of Brawl. Take it with you wherever you go.
Flip it and
Wrestling
reverse it,
Federation.
baby.
Nah, he's not retired yet. He's not gonna give up his Odachi.
Okay, alright, fine.
But he will take y'all back. Cade does a lot of kind of business right before y'all leave. Wants to know how to contact y'all, what times of day to contact you every day or every 2 days or whatever y'all decide. He does a lot of like spy master type things. He asks, when can I do this? When should I do this? When should I do this? As he goes back to prepare Mantis HQ, which is having a teleportation circle built. I like to think of this because, fuck, can any of you sons of bitches cast teleport?
Mm-mm. Nah.
Sounds
Negative.
like you're coming along, Cade.
So he looks at Vera and Bree desperately, who they probably at this point for them, because they're NPCs, they would probably say something along the lines of "We're working on it."
Level 3, goddammit, calm down.
Yeah. And so he kind of says, "I've got to go back and make sure affairs are in order if you want Mantis to continue to run. I can handle keeping certain things flowing, but if you want Mantis to stay open, y'all need to come back occasionally, at least once a year."
Alright. You tell Thor and Marcus that they can be the muscle around the house. It's fine.
Cade gives you a calculated look, but doesn't object.
Don't look in the nightstand beside Stamos' bed, please.
Cade goes back with the rest. I don't think there's anybody else we need to send back. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless any of you want to go back. 3, 2, 1. Neat.
Mm-mm.
One of you has to fly, or I guess Sriracha flies. So you take Sriracha, you take A1, and you take Cosmo. I said Sybil went back, right? Hopefully I verbalized that. Right? So we figured Sybil would do.
Yeah.
And you guys, Bree and Vera, the last 2 to go with you. Vera finally convinced by Demos' death to travel with Bree on through the edge of the cosmos. You all take up the crew takes up its position, the Autonome crew, A1 piloting, and Sriracha kind of standing to the side, maybe taking this opportunity to learn as you guys are using the big dragon shard as a fuel source. So I like to imagine it's mounted at the back of the bombard. And it is kind of rigged or wired through various means up to the front where the dragon's neck is. That's where the Starbreaker is, the cannon is, up here. And the dragon, this is a dragon's head. I have the art somewhere. It might take me a minute to get to.
Good, homie.
And as you guys watch everyone take positions, Bree and Vera stand, like Bree stands up near the Starbreaker, Vera back towards the shard, just to make sure nothing funky happens. Is there anything specific you guys would like to prepare or to do as you gear yourselves up to traverse through the storm? as the bombard is like slowly rotating to its front end to face the storm.
Zephyr's just gonna pull out one of his cloves and be looking all smug and
I almost
broody and
forgot.
shit.
There's one person on the bombard, and it's Lifter. He's your merchant.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Into the breach, me bags.
I got nothing else.
My own star system with blackjack and hookers.
I've had my moments. I've had my sadness. I'm good. Oh, wait a second.
Reactivates.
I do. I don't want to do it here. I don't know what's going to happen after we activate the thing, though.
Joey found it. Good job. That's the dragon's head at the front of the bombard.
It's funny, the article I found this on talks about the Tyrant ship, and now I'm scared.
Can I time us launching the blast into the storm with doing something? Can I do that?
You could if you wanted to, but Randy remembers that when the Apex Void Spear blasted into the storm, it wasn't like an instantaneous reaction. It was kind of corrupting it over a period of time.
I'll watch and see what happens for a few minutes before I make a decision. Carry on.
Reactivates the void. Sorry. Reactivates the Starbreaker.
The Void Breaker!
Yeah. Stepped on a little. I'm sorry. Sorry, Roman. You guys watch as a similar, I described it earlier, like a kind of lance of light through space, a straight line through space, like, spoiler alert, the Star Wars movie where he hyper jumps. And you guys watch it impact the storm of Sibris. You can see at first there's no effect. It kind of ripples off of it before the ripple begins to have depth. It begins to deepen. You watch as less like breaking something and more like drilling. The bombard surges forward with A1 at the helm. There's no wind in wild space, but you guys watch as you leave this sparse asteroid field, sail towards this storm no one has ever passed, and you find it parting before you. It doesn't take long as the bombard is entirely surrounded by the storm, but not being crushed by it. Not quite like your envelope is reinforced against it, but more like you have driven a giant wedge through this force of the cosmos that prevents you all from leaving whatever is on the other side. I like to think while you're in the storm that time is so nebulous. Maybe to Echo, who's hyper alert at all times, a truly professional spy, it feels like weeks as you're traveling through the storm. Maybe to Drix or Randy, Cordo maybe not having a great sense of time. It may only feel like days. Until it breaks. It's not at all slow. It's very sudden, as if the storm parts in front of you all as you pass out of the storm, the first people in history, onto a silver shining sea. Not water, not blue by any means, but a silver mist that looks softer than any ocean you've ever seen before. The bombard can't float, but it doesn't have a swim speed, but it continues to glide over top of the surface. And as you all look out into not only the silver sea, but sort of this infinite expanse, featureless and beautiful at the same time. Zephyr, this is the astral sea. You had been outside of your wild space bubble before, and seen this kind of beauty. It's undescribable because there's not so much landscape as it is both filled with vibrant life and flat at the same time. You can't see mountains. You don't see anything. It is beyond the edges of the cosmos. Bree and Vera both are. Bree is weeping. Vera maybe a little touched as you guys see this, and you can see just the very faintest of these. It's almost like a current in the ether, and it sweeps up the bombard and begins to take it somewhere. Congratulations, Mantis. Achievement. You have found the Astral Sea.
To be clear, the storm is still
Did
there.
you say we went through the butt or the astral sea?
Asked.
It's funny you say that.
Really?
It would take some time. Yeah, it would take some time. In y'all's time, like in Eberron time, 8, 9, 10 months more. Before Mantis would probably see, as they've moved away from where they came out, they could turn back. Whenever they look backwards, they would see Eberron. The wild space spear that makes up all of the space and the planets, they would see it floating with this yellow shimmer around it. And at the 8 or 9 month mark, they would probably see a comparatively to the spear, which is, the entire universe you've ever known, massive pitch black serpent coiling and roiling underneath the spear to continue its turning, to make sure that it rotates, make sure that the entire spear continues to spin. Zephyr, you feel a distinct feeling of satisfaction and a sense of fulfilled purpose.
Whoa, fuck. That
You
serpent
did
isn't one of the
this.
progenitors. Is it one of the progenitor dragons?
No.
Interesting. That's cool as fuck. I like that.
Well,
Hot damn.
Is that it? Can I turn off the recording?
Not yet.
Oh,
Look.
no, okay.
I look over and I'm like, well, for Deimos. He said he was curious what the top of this deck held. Guess we're about to find out. And I pull one card off the top of the deck of many things.
Ship explodes. What do you draw? What the fuck do you draw?
Hope to God it's a wish spell and bring you back right here, right now.
Yeah, will you write back?
That would be some shit.
All right, here we go.
What's the thing? What's the thing? What's it have to roll? What's it have to do?
I picked a generator off the internet, like that just picks a card, so we didn't have to deal with all that. So I'm about to click the thing, draw a card.
Oh, I finally did it. Oh, I'm so
Take
scared.
a shot, punch your buttholes.
That's what happened at the Mantis expedition. We exploded as soon as we left.
I'm actually out of alcohol, and I'm really mad at you that you picked it right now.
I am too.
Oh, this couldn't have been more fitting. I don't know what it does, so I'm going to tell you the name before I read what it does. This is so funny. You drew the void.
Oh no, that doesn't sound
Fucking
good.
irony.
I love it for us.
What's it do, Dev?
Oh no.
A black hole
Not
appears
looking
where you
good.
are and eats your ship.
I'm gonna send this to you, Randy.
Oh no! No, tell us all! Tell us all!
I'm so scared.
Tell me when I can narrate after you read that.
Is it? Oh no!
Oh God.
Randy's
Hey,
dead too.
that's cool as heck.
It's not the poof, is it? It's not
Do
what
it.
happened to Grog,
Do
is
it, man. Do it to it.
Randy draws the card. He turns to look at it. You all see a anomalous, black swirling figure holding a very familiar object, a void spear in its hands. And you all have just a brief second to take in the card before Randy vanishes. The card collapses to the deck, to the ground, the deck of the ship, yeah. The whole deck falls in its place in silence.
Well, that's how he wanted to go, so, you know,
You
good
was
job.
son of a bitch.
Reaper, what was that? The world may never know.
Alright, last chance to put anything on the record before I close this campaign.
Buy
not
your
for me and Randy,
Memorial
we're kids
Randy
the best.
tank tops and t-shirts right now on.
Godspeed, motherfuckers.